Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here today with LVC Rainbow Six taking on Marietta College. LVC not, or at least for Rainbow Six, not having the greatest start to their season. They are currently 2-2 in NACE, and I think they're 1-4 in NECC, somewhere in that range, somewhere in
Yeah,
there.
1-3, I think.
It might be 1-3 because this is week 5, so they're 1-3 in NECC, and then 2-2 in NACE. So this is a very big matchup for them. I believe, if I remember correctly, Marietta is fairly close to them within the standings. So this match is very crucial when it comes to playoffs. LVC are going to most certainly want to win out here for the rest of the regular season. Forgot Siege is just all varsity.
Yeah.
So currently LVC, LVC is tied with Marietta at two. Both are at 2-2, so they are both in fourth place. The way NACE works for playoffs is, at least this is how it was last year. I think it's the same this year, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think this is how it was last year. The top 3 teams from each division will make playoffs, and then the 2 and 3 seed will play each other, and then they'll play the winner of that game will play the 1 seed, and the winner of the 1 seed versus the 3rd or 4th seed, or 2nd or 3rd seed, will move on to the overall playoffs, where they will be seeded based on their division and stuff like that. I think it's going to be a bit different. Looking at it, there's not that many Siege teams. There's like 20 of them, so they may even just take them and throw them all into a bracket for each conference, and then the top 3 teams from each conference conference playoffs make the overall playoffs. I don't know. I didn't look up the rules.
We'll have to see. It's hard to tell because there are 2 East conferences and there's only 1 West conference. Excuse me. So there's a little bit of a mix there going on.
And it's not even really a West conference. It's
It's
West
West
Central.
Central.
So
Yeah.
there were, in fact, I don't think many of those teams there, at least from what I know, most of them aren't even West Coast teams. So that is very tough for any of those teams, especially if ping becomes an issue. Servers, obviously, I do know that this game has servers. I'm so used to Call of Duty where there are no servers. You don't pick. It's based on whoever creates the lobby. That's where everyone connects,
Yeah.
and the connection is terrible every single time. It's always bad. It
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter who you're playing.
It's very similar to Valorant in its the way its servers work. So the best ping that we'll have is going to be on anything East Coast Central, or East Coast, Northeast Coast. And then Central, Illinois Central or Texas Central, will have all right ping. But West is pretty much unplayable, for us at least. So that's interesting.
So map 1 is going to be Oregon here. We've seen them play this a fair bit. I know they've been off of our main stream here, our main and B streams here, for the most part this season. But we have seen them. We at least are able to see them through the through Dave's Twitch channel. So they have been having, as I had said before, a bit of a rough season. They are by far the worst off out of our teams. And I think a lot of this comes from their divisions that they've been getting put in. It was a very unfortunate situation, is that there weren't enough teams in NACE to have the Varsity Plus division, which is where they wanted to play, as the rest of our teams, except for Smash, are in Varsity Plus. So being forced to play those teams was just not too great. And they also got moved up to Challengers in NECC, which was, in my personal opinion, was a really bad thing for them, as I don't think they're quite ready for that division.
No, we don't entirely have the Siege team here to be in Challengers League.
No,
Especially,
and also the problem is they are kind of one of those in-between squads. So if they were in Emergence, they would run Emergence. But if they're in Challengers, they're just not going to play well at all. And that's not even against the players or anything. That's just the nature of esports.
It's the in-between, yeah.
Yeah, it's the nature of esports, to be quite honest. It just happens. And now we're just going to wait to get into the game here. Map 1, as I had said, is Oregon. So we've seen LVC play this a fair bit. I think this is one of their better maps.
Yeah, it is. They make a lot of mistakes on it, but they work on it every single time. It looks like they're going to be on attacking first, so that'll always be interesting to see. especially if they do any lovely rushes, as we've seen before. That always seem to work out
They're such a big fan of the hog rushes. I don't know why.
because
Like
they work.
every
The teams let them work.
every time I hear them call for it, they're all just like giggling and just loving life the whole time through. Even if they get absolutely destroyed, they're just losing their minds every time they do it. I don't know. It works. I don't think it should. Realistically, it just looks like it should not work ever, and it just does for a lot of the time for LVC. But
A lot of the time, it's the chaos that
they thrive
competitive
off.
teams aren't used to.
Yeah.
Like, playing as a competitive team, you're used to teams that play slow. Like, both sides, defense, offense, you're playing slow, you're droning everything out, you're waiting for your teammates to cover you. Hog rushes have there's no slow. It's everybody's going in at once. You could all get, like, headshot in a span of like 2 seconds, or you could completely run through the entire basement site or the entire upper floor. Like, there's no in between.
Yeah.
You have one or the other. Fortunately for LVC, I think they do a lot more running through than they do getting headshot.
Hopefully, especially if they decide to pull that out tonight. Since I forgot to do this at the start of the series, I'll do it now. You can see the players there getting ready to hop on into this matchup. They definitely are very excited for these sorts of matches where they just have to play. They have to play so perfectly just to give themselves a chance and keep themselves in the race for playoffs. Is if they honestly, I think if they lose one, especially if they lose 2 more games, they are most certainly done. I would imagine.
I
for
believe
NACE.
this is I believe this is the deciding game. From what I've heard, this is the game where if they win it, they're in playoffs. If they don't, they're done. Like, they're out. I could be wrong about that. It could just be that they're out after this game and they need to win 2 more, but I'm not 100% sure.
So
I also don't know how it works.
So another thing is after this week, there's only 2 more weeks left. So there's
Yeah.
not a ton of time for LVC to. There's not a ton of time for LVC to
Make
really
a comeback.
Yeah, really bring things back and force maybe a tiebreaker or something of that nature against another team that they might not play, because I believe there's one team within this division they won't play. Never mind, I just can't count properly. They play every team, but still, I know there's certain ways to force tiebreakers and such, so we'll see. At the top of to go over the division a little bit, we have St. Clair and TMU, Toronto Metropolitan at 4-0. So I think they might actually be playing this week. Let me see. No, the St. Clair is playing OTSU for right now, and TMU is playing Kaiser. In third place, we have OTSU actually, who will be taking on Saints. I believe I think I saw it. It said today, or no, they will be taking them on at 9. So 9 p.m. a couple hours from now, they'll be playing that match. That'll be a big one, especially for the winner of this game, as if OTSU drops that series, they will drop to 3-2, and if LVC pull this off, they, I believe, beat OTSU last week or the week before, I think. My memory is very sketchy. Yes, we 2-0'd OTSU. So if LVC wins this and OTSU loses that game, LVC just goes straight up to the 3rd seed.
I do not remember playing OTSU.
That was week 1. That's probably why.
Oh, that would be why.
Right now,
I missed
we're
that
just
game.
waiting on one more of the players from Marietta. From what I'm seeing in the chat, the game is just being broken, which is fair. It happens every so often. Every game is broken in one way or another. So
their tags are
we're
lovely.
good.
I keep looking at them and see something MC, and I think Minecraft.
Every single time.
Minecraft.
And now we will actually just kind of keep this one at a break for now. I don't know how long it's going to take for us to get into this game, but we will make sure we are back when we're ready to start. So we'll be back in whenever this issue gets fixed. Alrighty, we are finally back, and we're ready to get into this one. Is LVC, Marietta College. This is a very big, impactful game. Marietta going to get the first ban for an attacker. I'd imagine we'll probably see Jackal get banned unless
It's pretty common.
unless if they want to force LVC to ban
They
the
might
Jackal.
Thatcher ban. It is going to be a Jackal ban,
It
though.
will be Jackal, so we'll see what LVC decides to pick. I'm not honestly too sure.
They have tried leaving Thatcher as not banning him and banning someone else instead, and it hasn't worked out amazingly for them. So I don't think we'll see that again. I think we will see the Thatcher ban here. It is pretty common, especially with EMP grenades. But we're going to see Osa instead, not really wanting to deal with that shield. That's an interesting choice. Pretty common as well, though.
Now LVC going to also get the ban on a defender.
I'm honestly not sure what we're going to see here. Maybe a Mira ban?
I would think Mira, but yep, it will be Mira. So
at least we can predict some of them, you know.
it'll be down to Marietta to see what they want to ban here.
I haven't watched any of Marietta, so I don't have any real ideas of what they're going to ban, but I know some pretty common ones that are also on defense would be oh, I just blanked on the name.
Well, it doesn't matter. Valk gets banned.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so that's what we have for bans.
Valkyrie going to be the last ban there. Now heading
Very
into the
important
map.
for information there. Let's see. We are going to see a second floor kids and dorms take here with Kaid, very common. Thorn, a little less common, but a newer operative. Jaeger, Smoke, and Castle on defense, along with Thatcher, Twitch, Lion, Ace, and Knock on offense. We might see an attacker repick here, though. They do have that option now. We're going to see that Smoke on the shotgun, of course, with the SMG-11. Creating some nice rotates into Bunk. And it looks like they're going to keep that hatch open in attic as well. Maybe have someone play that first floor.
It looks like we'll see those two back walls get reinforced as well in attic there.
Does look like Kaid is going to electrify them, and probably main wall here. Yeah, we're going to see that as well.
Oh, another thing to mention here, we will not be seeing Doc McStuffins today. We will have Liquefy filling in his spot. So we'll see how that role changes the way LVC plays as well, as Mr. Davis going to pick up the Lion. That's what we usually will see. Oh, Plexios gets first blooded very, very quickly by Funka there. Not
That's
really
a
sure
good
where that
pick.
pick came in from.
I'm not sure either.
I'd imagine it was probably the roamer, but as I was saying there, Mr. Davis looks like he's going to be picking up that Lion. That's normally what we'd see Doc McStuffins play, but we'll see if Dave can be a bit more effective here with that Lion.
Especially with some util here. We are going to see wall open up as Liquefy uses his ace charges, along with that Thatcher that we're going to see the Senate use, normally banned.
Dave not going to have any eyes on a player in stairs, but he's going to just drone through, see if he can pick up some info for his teammates. Funka just watching this very, very close angle. A bullet just goes zinging right by his head. Liquefy
And
gets
he
put
is
really
gonna get
weak, and
Liquefy.
Funka going to find the second now on the other side of the wall of one of these LVC players. Just trying to watch the entry through this window. Frenzy going to look to hold through main. As the Senate picking up Funka there. That's
Good pick there.
one in their favor, but not much else going their way as Emporium gonna leave it down to Mr. Davis and the Senate. Still a 2v4 situation here. As Dave takes a lot of damage, and he GKs the Senate bit too cranked
Oh,
there.
boy.
He flicks with the headshot, but unfortunately it's on his teammate. Now a 1v3 and no
A
health
good
remaining.
attempt, but he gets smoked out there.
I mean, I have never seen a more hardcore flick than Dave just capping the Senate there.
That was an unfortunate series of events. I'm sure they would have hoped that maybe not have been Jack there, especially considering it was a 2v4, 2v5 at that point.
It was a 2v4, so
was gonna
it was a
say.
2v3 at that point because Dave had picked up 1 kill,
And then picked
and then
up his teammate.
and then he flicked onto Jack.
So here we are going to see the basement hold. Very common. It does look like they're going to attempt to hold elbow, although they don't have a shield there yet. Jaeger is putting down his frag devices. It does look like there has been a change. I don't remember there being a zombie last round.
I don't think there was.
No, okay.
No, because they had a thorn. I believe
It was a thorn, yeah. And that thorn was pretty effective at pushing Mr. Davis TV out of those spaces when they were looking to attack.
We're going to see the Senate pick up Blitz here for this push.
I believe we're about to see a little bit of a rush.
Emporium going to be the first one here.
Maybe not too hard of one, but at least a little bit.
Just not going to spot any players
Ooh,
yet. Doesn't
he's
spot
gonna
that
miss
player.
that person in elbow there.
He does get the info, though. His shots do go out towards his drone.
As well as seeing Jaeger just enough there as well. That smoke is going to be playing real close on elbow, actually.
Dave going to put that line scan in, and Emporium going to allow his teammates to just sprint through. The Senate just trying to find this kill, but the shield
Oh, he's going to
not going to help him against the smoke there. And Funka going to find Dave. Frenzy going to pick up the Senate. Now another 3v4 situation. Funka finding a second in the round once again.
And they are low on health, but so is LVC. With only 2 players left to clutch the round, they have to push a little bit faster there.
And I'm not really sure what's going on with Plexios there, but I think his game is kind of broken.
I
Now
believe his game is
1v4.
broken.
1v5, sorry for Liquefy. Now Liquefy, I mean, it's a 1v5.
He does have plenty of time, though. He might be able to get some picks here. Does look like, oh.
Spoon gonna be there for the rotation, and that's the kill, and
Have
that's the
complete
round.
eyes, yep. It looks like we might be looking at a rehost or something if
Yeah,
if something did go wrong that round, we might have to look into that. In the meantime, we are going to see if it works fine this round. And if it doesn't, then we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, we have first floor, meeting hall, and kitchen. And this will be site 3 for Marietta College, so they're looking at a 3rd round, although it is a much tougher site to hold. They've got some interesting operators going. Kaid, Jaeger, and Smoke, all common. They've already used them. We're looking at Malusi and at who some refer to as the Meatball over here as well, Maestro. And these are going to be looking for good picks, especially some plant denial and some entry information with Malusi.
And it looks like we'll see Mr. Davis gonna look towards that line again. Was on the Iana and has been looking at the Nomad as well. We'll see what he locks in on here. And it looks like he will stay on the Nomad. So Dave no longer gonna play through with that Lion, just gonna switch up to the Nomad.
It does look like they're going to look to entry on 2nd floor and work their way down to 1st. Pretty common for them. Having that 2nd floor control is pretty important on this side as well. But will they be able to spot the smoke that's playing above A site here?
Dave gonna go to this kid's window. There's a couple there's a bit of damage done to that window already, but there's not really many people playing in there. In fact, I don't think there's anyone in here, so.
It does look like Plexios is already inside.
Certainly looking much better than last round. The Senate, though, not so much as he gets taken out immediately by Spoon.
It looks like Plexios might be about to get pinched, but he gets the pick here. Will he find the man in attic?
And that's not a terrible play from Funka to look for that kill, but at the same time, if you get the info that you have players jumping in all over kids, you should most likely just kind of play off that stairwell and
there's a
get out of
good
there.
pick as well. And that gives them second floor control over A site here, which they're going to be looking to keep. Unfortunately for them, Spoon is still alive, so Maestro still has his cameras, and he's still ready to have that plant denial.
Now LVC with a minute and a half left. Plexios going to pick up Spoon. 2 more players remaining on the side of Marietta.
They do still have Nuggo here playing smoke. He'll have to be careful not to like throw his life away here, especially with a 2-round lead already. They'll want to keep that 3rd round.
Looks like he's going to. The collapse should come in here soon from LVC. They still have a minute remaining, so they do have a bit of time here to figure out how they want to go about attacking this site.
It looks like Nuggo is going to go for the rotate and see if he can get any picks up here.
Can't really walk through there, though, without alerting LVC. It doesn't.
Plexios is going to take him out. And Frenzy is the last one left alive.
He
gets tagged from the ceiling.
And the drone is there as well. He's going to have to look at every which direction, and that's no kills for Frenzy. Almost finds at least one there, but
he does down the Nomad.
He did down Dave there, but he did not kill him.
Yeah. Unfortunately, those headshots wouldn't have mattered much because there was someone there to refrag. It was well played by LVC, well played by Marietta. We'll be looking to see maybe a comeback a little bit from LVC here, but Marietta is going to have second floor kids and dorms back again. So they'll be once again playing Thorn, and we're going to see a repeat of most of the other agents from them as well.
And yeah, it looks like we'll see kids hold again here for Marietta. It worked pretty well for them the last time. I believe they had, I believe they only lost 1 player in that round. So
it does also look like Plexios' problem with that round seems to have gone right, which is very good.
And I mean, in the situation too, it wasn't as big of a deal as it didn't seem like it had really started happening until it was like a 2v4 anyways, so it didn't end up
unfortunately, it definitely didn't help.
It didn't help,
go with that.
But I don't think it impacted the round too terribly much. And we're going to see all of the LVC players change up their operators. We'll see a Sledge,
very different
Ying,
lineup from normal from them.
Lion. We're even going to see the Dokebi from Liquefy there.
It does look like one of the Marietta College players is going to be up in tower, looking to get a pick on whoever wanders into their view there.
Emporium.
Staring at this window.
Almost able to spot one early there, too. There's a player playing fairly close to the vision of that window, or that little hole in the window there. Not quite, though.
It's a little high.
Yeah. And now Emporium's going to look to get through attic possibly here with, looks like the Senate there. And Spoon going to have the rotation, but he doesn't get a kill. He just does a lot of damage.
Emporium is set to 1 or 2 health here.
And Liquefy going to pick up Nuggo as well. This could be a disaster for
And down goes
Marietta.
Frenzy.
And now LVC, Plexios going to plant the diffuser.
Emporium throws down another Ying flash.
That is a huge bluff there by Frenzy to not find a single kill in that flank, and it's a flawless round for LVC. It all starts
escaping just with a few ticks on his life there.
It all starts with who was it that flanked it? It was either Spoon or Frenzy. I'm sorry, I can't remember who. My memory
I believe it was Spoon who flanked through tower. and unfortunately couldn't get the pick on either of the two people there.
He sees both players, starts kind of firing at both, and
Yeah, you
it
just
gets a
gotta
bit
pick
confused.
one.
And
Unfortunately, you just have to pick one there.
oh, the Tachanka Spoon bringing out Tachanka. I
He's
know
not
he's
looking to get messed with this time.
I know he's not a meme pick anymore, so that's actually fair.
No, he's quite malleable when it comes to how you play him. He can be used for site denial or plant denial as well. Very good pick, actually. I'm surprised we don't see him more often. It does look like they're actually going to open up the inside wall on Death Box. I call it Death Box, I don't know what it actually is. On Death Box here. And they're looking to reinforce the opposite side, which isn't what you normally see. You normally see it on the left so you can rotate through that door without having a fear of being killed from the opening down here in basement. And they are also going to hold elbow with a shield placed pretty far back and a couple of Jaeger's frag denials. It doesn't look like we're going to see that hard push from basement from LVC this round, though. No hog rushing. No. None of that anymore. They tried it. It didn't work. Been there, done that, you know?
Yeah, it looks like we'll see Marietta for the most part really look to bunker up in this site here. Or
it does look like they're going to have...
it.
Oh, they completely walled in kill box. It doesn't look like they want to get anyone who's getting picked off right there. And the smoke is playing elbow. So he's looking... Is that the smoke? Or is that Tachanka? That is the smoke. Okay.
So the Tachanka gonna put down some fires there. Emporium gonna get the spot onto Spoon, but
Spoon is not going to manage to hit him with his fire grenades.
Just a bit out of the range there. As now the line scan coming in should give LVC a bit of room here to get aggressive, and Nuggo gonna pick off the Senate with that shoddy.
Where did that flash come from? Was that us?
I actually don't know who flashed there. It had to have been an LVC player, as no one on Marietta has a flash.
It does look like Funka is going to be sitting on these stairs here. He doesn't want anyone flanking, and he's going to get that drone out of the way as well.
Another line scan coming in, but Spoon just going to deny the entry through the stairs with that fire nade there.
This is the site denial that I was talking
gonna
about
get
earlier.
cut down.
That'll be a 3v5 now. Unfortunately, it's going to make it much harder with the other team having a Tachanka.
Liquefy there, maybe just needing to have a bit more trigger discipline and wait for that player to push through to his sights a bit clearer.
Unfortunately, here we are going to see.
And Emporium going to pick up the kill, but the trade is instantaneous. Now another 2v4 situation here for LVC. Make that a 1v4 for Liquefy. Still going to be playing upstairs here. Finds the mute. That's frenzied down, so
he's going to have to
still
rotate
winnable
here. He doesn't want to push from that same angle again. As you can see, the Tachanka is already nading it.
He does
this
not have
not
a
being
ton of time,
open
though.
is not good, though. He's going to want to watch for that peek.
He finds that kill as well. 1v2.
And it is down to a 2v1. Yeah, 1v2, sorry. With Tachanka at half health, thanks to Emporium. There's a little bit of help coming in there still from the end of the round. Good drop.
Now the
maybe not.
smoke nades getting tossed in, and Nuggo going to pick up that kill onto Liquefy and end the round and stop the clutch from being a possibility.
I almost think it would have been a little bit of a better decision to wrap around Pillar there, especially once you see that smoke go out. I'm not sure. It's very hard to see through those, as you can see on the screen, and it's not always the easiest to push the smoke player because they know where you're coming from and you're already starting to lose health.
And I'm not 100% sure if how much he didn't have a lot of time left either, and I don't know if he had the diffuser.
No,
so
he would have had to kill them. He was definitely looking for the 4K
he just had to
there.
he just had to find the kills.
Yep. And it does look like we're going to go back to second floor, which has worked out once for them, but another time it did not. So we're going to see how, if LVC tries to make a comeback, make it 3-3 here, even it out, or if Marietta College is going to gain the lead with 4-2. It does look like they're going to pull a Wamai and a Vigil out, which is very different from what they've previously been playing. Neither Wamai or Vigil have been played at all by Marietta College so far in this match. And Plexios is going to look for the Amaru rush. So that'll also be interesting, especially with the Senate on Blitz as well. We're going to see a lot of different characters, as well as instead of Mr. Davis playing Lion, we're going to see Liquify on him. So this will be an interesting round for sure. Ooh, we're looking at a full push over here, all 5 of them. Does look like they might separate a little bit here. Oh, who's playing up top there? Is that Wamai?
I believe so.
Oh, it's Vigil.
Funka gonna get the spot onto the Senate.
Unfortunately,
There's gonna be a
he can't do
standoff
much
though.
there.
But now the shots through the window.
And
not
he's going
quite
to be
on.
he's pretty much going to be trapped here with the entire LVC team
But can he take a player
staring
with
at
him?
him.
I mean, he's doing a lot of damage though. He's at least being a nuisance, and he
Oh.
finds Emporium getting caught out. This push just needs to come in now, and it finally
There it is.
Davis is gonna pick up that kill. That kill cannot happen.
It
if
does
you're
look
LVC.
like there's going to be quite a few people over here. They are looking to nade the shield here. Oh, but Davis is going to get the headshot.
The Senate's still managing to hold on to his life there. Very, very weak though. That shield gonna have to.
He can't take a foot shot at this point.
That shield is gonna have to do so much work to keep him up. As Plexios gets picked off once again, this time by Nugo.
That's a little bit of a flank there. And it's going to be a 3v3.
And something that we have seen a lot from Marietta is they've been managing to pick off Plexios so early in the rounds and really mitigate his impact as Liquify just looking at the camera there.
Down goes the Senate, making it a 2v5, or a 2v3, I'm sorry, in favor of Marietta College. And it looks like Mr. Davis TV has moved up to play with him as well. Maybe entry through this window. Oh.
And Frenzy going to be proning there.
And he's
finds
gonna get
both
of them.
That is a crazy angle from Frenzy there. Just
That's a pixel peek, yep.
Barely able to see those players hopping in through the window.
You can really only see the movement. You can't tell really what's going on. You can see the movement and you shoot with movement. Like, hey, that one pixel changed color, I shoot now.
Yeah.
And that's how the game is played, and it works out very, very well because they have those angles in Siege where someone else can pixel peek you and you can't see them at all.
And now we're going to see LVC on the defense, 2-4 half in favor of Marietta. They're going to look to close this one out, I would imagine, as soon as they can, as LVC still not out of this one.
I believe LVC is usually a little weaker on defense, although this is a map where I would honestly say defense is a lot stronger. Like, they have 2 very good sites on this map that they can play with. So I'd really like to see them do that, like do more with that actually. And it does look like they're going to have attic hatch open so that they can play from that first floor angle. As long as they have Plexios roaming to do that, they might actually have 2 roamers just because of how much Plexios has gotten picked off in this match. And they're also looking for that shield and attic. They have already electrified both walls, so they're on game there. Everything's looking pretty normal. It looks like Marietta is looking to push from the tower angle here, or at least to start out. Probably break open that attic wall, especially considering they have a Ying. That'll be a nice angle to come in from. And then they've got 2 people over on big window.
So we're going to see Frenzy just take out that window over near tower and
hope to get an angle on any LVC player that he can. If anyone's sitting and hiding in there, he'll have them. Gonna put down that Nomad charge, just make sure that no one walks up behind them there. And then they're gonna open Bunk's window as well, just in case anyone wants to walk by there.
still 2 minutes left on the round. Fairly slow push here from Marietta, but they're going to look to get the job done and as they now move towards the site. We'll see a couple players get ready to break in as well.
It does look like Plexios is going to play that hatch, and he might have a few picks here very, very quickly. if they choose to hard rush that tower angle. But it doesn't look like they're going to. Looks like they're rotating here. We still have one on big window and one watching, and he's still watching his flank. And we are going to see a couple more move to main bedroom here. Looking to open up this wall as well. Just keep the options available. Unfortunately, they don't get the first charge with the Thatcher EMP grenade, so they have to go for a second, and then Ace gets his charges down.
And Frenzy going to pick off Liquefy. Plexio's just going to let that drone go by him.
I don't think they saw him.
No, I would imagine they didn't, considering Plexios decided not to shoot it.
It looks like Funko took some damage there.
And
And he's
Funko
down.
is going to get picked by Plexios. Not shooting that drone was huge for him. If he did decide to take it out, I would imagine he wouldn't have had a
The Senate takes out Frenzy as well, but Nugo manages to make a trade on Mr. Davis, who then gets refragged by the Senate as well, and Emporium comes out with Spoon, Rez being the only one left.
It's a 1v2, though. This is still manageable for him. Emporium and Plexios. Plexios is not on the site, so for the moment, it is a 1v1, but there's no time remaining, just 10 seconds, and he's going to have to sprint through and get taken out.
That's a good round for LVC, although it was very chaotic for a few moments there. It was just a trade back and forth from LVC to Marietta. Who could kill more, who faster?
And LVC managing to hold on there it does get a bit mixy, but regardless, it's still going to work out for them, as I think Plexios was really big in that round. Doesn't shoot the drone, lets it go by, finds the opener, and then he is able to rotate over for the pinch on that last player. He didn't have any time left. He was just forced to rush onto site right into Emporium and Plexios' crosshairs.
Yeah, fortunately, we do see Plexios play a very good roamer. Almost every defensive map we see on Border, he is almost always getting the top picks. So it was a little odd for him to start off this game getting picked off so early, but I think we're going to see him bounce back a little here, especially on the basement play.
And he will be on the Oryx this time around. I would imagine
that'll be fun.
That'll give him a lot of opportunities to create some space, find some picks, and maybe even get a flank through.
It does look like LVC is also going to go for the hold on elbow, and they're going to have freezer wall open. Unlike Marietta College, they are going to have the right wall open so that they can rotate through pillar into box and back to B site, just in case anyone's on those stairs. Other than that, their site setup is pretty standard, and we are going to see Marietta College do a push through blue as well.
Nugo's just going to take down that first barrier.
That first Goyo is going to go off, and as you can see, they have a couple there. That's not the only one. They're going to look to get rid of shield. Marietta College is getting rid of shield in elbow here. They have a couple drones in blue, although Emporium is looking to take a few out.
Plexios going to find Funka on, I'm not even really sure where.
Flank, maybe?
Neither of them are like anywhere close to the site, so I have no clue what happened, but
it does look like
picked.
Spoon is doing the work here with his little C4 drones on Flores. Forgot his name for a second there. They are going to entry into blue. It has been closed off already though. They're going to look to open that up.
Spoon going to take out that placeable camera and gets a good shot onto the Senate. Liquefy though with a trade, and Emporium pushes out to find Spoon. And LVC in a great position here, 2v4. They know where at least one of these players is at.
I believe, I was going to say, they may not be calming it, but I thought they knew where both of them were.
They might. I'm not 100% sure, though.
Yeah, they do know one is blue, and they know that the other is, they should know that the other is stairs here.
And they definitely will now off of those gunshots.
Oh, yeah.
So
it does look like Frenzy is getting flanked here, but he knows it. But it doesn't matter.
The timing is
Plexios
off,
gets the kill.
The timing just a bit off for, I think that was Frenzy.
He just barely looks away. It's so unfortunate.
Looks away at the at the worst possible second as Plexios pushes
he was looking right
through.
at his head there too.
I have the player cam set up to my right, to my left here, and I just saw the most obscene thing from Mr. Davis. I hope he never does that ever again. I really hope I never have to see that
Unfortunately,
again. I wish.
I think I've seen worse from them.
I hope I never have to see that in my life.
I
wish I
hope
could
I don't
describe it,
have
but I
to
can't.
either.
I will. This stream will literally get shut down if I
And
describe what Dave just did there.
Similarly to Marietta College, the LVC is going to go from top floor to basement and now to kitchen and dining. Is it dining?
Yes.
It is dining. Okay. What did I think? Open area. Kitchen and open area or dining, whatever you want to call it. I think it's just open, actually. I don't think this is dining. I think that's dining.
LVC going to bring back a couple rounds as well. So it is tied up at 4 apiece here. And
It does look like 2 of them are going to be roaming here. We're going to have Plexios upstairs along with Emporium. Plexios on Jaeger instead of Alibi. Very unusual for him. And we're going to see Marietta College move up onto Tower Door here on first floor. Although, keeping an eye on windows just to make sure they don't get spawn peeked. They're really watching their flank here, which is awesome for them. Make sure no one gets picked off in a unfortunate, unlucky, not paying attention format, because that's always the worst when you're in a 4v5.
And I think this is really the effect Plexios has on the map. I mean, he's forcing these teams to just check every single corner that is in the map, and that's if you have that effect on teams,
it's a mentality.
It is crazy to be that mentally costing on it.
It does look like they have wall open into open area or dining, whatever you want to call it. And they're looking to get wall open on, oh, they also have wall open into attic here.
Rez not going to spot anything just yet. There is a player right behind the bomb, but
It does look like it's re-electrified.
it is.
So they're going to have to walk through. Oh, there goes the claw. They got it. They got it.
It is in a visible spot for the attackers there, so no damage going to be done with that.
Frenzy's taking off a 2 peek here. I'm not sure if this one's going to be a win for him. I love to see that little crawl across.
Frenzy just trying to get some shots down, and looks like Funka going to see the foot of somebody there, but
doesn't get any shots off. Oh.
Spots another player, but they're going to back down just in time.
He sees Liquify's head there, but Liquify gets the... Oh, and Senate is down.
Finally gets downed by that Capito arrow, and he'll pay with his life. Emporium gets the
takes
trade.
the frag on Frenzy, though.
And will he be able to find another? Plexios going to find one, make that two. Emporium finds a second as well.
And it is down to Spoon.
In the 1v4, 30 seconds left, and just getting shot from every which direction. And now LVC going to take the lead in this game. 2 rounds away from taking map number 1 in a what could very well be their most crucial game so far this season.
A rough start, but a good comeback. Could be worse. It could have been a worse start.
Plexios gonna play the Warden here. I don't think that's who he played last round, correct?
No, Warden has not been played at all by this match on either team, which is actually pretty uncommon because Warden has become quite a meta in Siege from what I've seen, at least from LVC playing. Usually you see Mr. Davis TV or Plexios, although Plexios more often than not playing Warden, just to have that ability to see through those smokes, those flashes, and get those kills on people who are just looking to, like, hog rush, basically.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things, just outside of deep roaming, Plexios is very good at stopping those hog rushes, especially on Warden. And I'm thinking that what LVC is looking to do here right now is, since Marietta College has been playing so slow, they're probably going to look for that hog rush since they've lost 3 rounds in a row and they're not entirely sure what they're doing wrong. So they're probably going to look for that hog rush, and LVC might be ready for it. If they choose to do it, that is.
We'll see how they decide to play this one. It doesn't look like it will turn out that way, but
It does look like they're going to look for a tower push again. They seem to go here every single time. And again, watching their flanks very well. This is generally pretty good for them, although Plexios isn't roaming here. And if he is roaming, he's not deep roaming. He's shallow roaming, so he'll be pretty close onto site, not looking for that real hard flank on these guys.
Funka just going to hop on the drone. There is a mute jammer near site. Spoon going to find the Senate very early here, so.
I believe that was through a window, although I could not tell you.
I'm not
We're not
really
watching
sure
it.
either, so we'll see what that leads to. It looks like we're going to see Spoon work with his team over at Attic here. And
It looks like he might be looking for another pick there. Warden is watching. Will he get
a
naded?
nade cooked, and Plexios going to get hit by that. No, he will not get hit by the nade and finds the kill. Looks for a second, but managed to get out with his life.
He's down onto almost 50% of his health. He does get a couple shots onto Funko, but he comes out with Spoon.
And now he's getting help from his teammate. That's a kill for Plexios.
Second kill of the round.
Actually, no, those shots were not help from his teammate. That was him getting shot in the back. And he still managed to pick up that kill and does not fall. That is ridiculous.
Don't believe those were shots through, like that they had visible sight lines on him. I believe that was them shooting through a wall there, which you can see open on Attic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over here.
Oh, okay, okay.
And it does look like they're looking to push in through not armory, right below armory, maybe push up to armory at that point. And Mr. Davis is roaming, so we'll see if he can catch anyone off guard here.
He's going to hear that window get broken.
But they're just going to leave it alone. They're not touching it. It's almost like they know.
They wanted to make noise and just kind of leave it there.
Bit of a distraction.
Yeah, maybe trying to bait a roamer over as Plexios going to get a spot on this player near the window, but Rez
taken out
with the shots.
It is now a 3v3.
2v3. Emporium going to find one. Now a 2v2. Rez on half a health point.
He's got about 5-7 health there right there.
Frenzy going to be full though, so we'll see how Rez looks, or how Frenzy looks to play off of Rez here. Maybe try and bait him out a little bit. And it looks like the diffuser's going to start going down.
Whoa.
Frenzy gets put super weak by this player behind the bed, and Liquefy finally going to pick up that kill. And the diffuser goes down, but it does not matter. Rez, as I had mentioned, literally on like half a health point. So
didn't take much there, unfortunately. It was a good round for LVC. That brings them to 4 rounds in a row, and also bringing them up to 5-4, leading the series and hoping to get that the clutch in the game so far with 2 more rounds and no overtime. It is, oh wait, no, 1 more round. It is match point now. My apologies, I'm used to them going to 7. And they are going to go for that basement supply hold. Since they have won every single match on every single round on defense, I don't have too much hope for this one. However,
wishful
we still
thinking.
haven't seen a rush or any like super different strategies from Marietta. They haven't adjusted too well. So we'll see if maybe they change something up, and if it works, it works. It does look like LVC is once again going to go for that hold in blue on elbow, and they're going to open up that right wall on electric box, I guess. I'm, again, not entirely sure what it is. They are opening up closet to see that main stairs hold, and, of course, icebox as well. It does look like we are going to see a Nomad and, of course, Flores from the Marietta College, a Ying as well. Very good for flashes, Ace and Thatcher. What a combo. LVC is going with a pretty common, their same lineup as before. Liquefy might be roaming here since he is playing Jaeger, although I'm sure we'll probably see him playing Pillar as he is right now. And I'm sure we'll see Plexios running around haphazardly. It does look like they might be going for a little bit more of a rush here.
Spoon
Or
gonna
at least
toss
a
down
full
the
push.
drone. Gonna try to get to this shield. I don't think
He gets trapped
muted.
there.
He does get muted before he can get to the shield, so they'll at least know it's there. But obviously you'd like to see that shield get destroyed.
It is a pretty common hold, so you are going to see it pretty much all the time. It's almost expected. If you're holding blue, you're going to have a shield there. They are going to get rid of that Malusi pyramid, though, just so that he doesn't have that entry information.
Spoon going to detonate that drone, but I don't think it was close enough. I think it was just a tiny bit too far away to take out the shield. As I believe it's the Senate who was sitting there is still there. So it's either the Senate or Davis, and it was Davis, but Plexio's going to pick up the kill. Davis now going to toss down that gas mine, keeping these players off the site.
145 left in the round.
He still does have 2 more at least, so.
It does look like Spoon and Rez took some damage there from it. Not too much, but enough, just because they were right there.
And the nade going to get taken out, and Mr. Davis just going to peek off of it. Finds the kill, just trying to play his life here. The Senate is put so very weak. Can he stay alive? It looks like he will for the moment, but he's going to get peeked again. The reaction time just a bit too slow for the Senate there.
And he is going to get
but
Ying flashed.
Davis and Plexio's just picking up 2 more. Now a 1v5, and that's the map. A flawless for LVC. That's their second flawless of the game. And
what a half. They really made a comeback there. Holy smoke.
They started off a bit slow, but they managed to work it out, and Plexio's there once again picking up the MVP. I mean, how many times are we going to see this man be the MVP of this team?
I have no idea. It doesn't matter if he starts off low. He always ends up there.
He finds his way back every time.
15 and 5. Holy smokes.
Yeah, Plexios pulling off an incredible performance despite starting off a bit slow, and that's what you like to see from LVC, and especially your top fragger in Plexios. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not actually sure how many times he died in the second half, but I don't think it was too many at all.
No, it definitely was not.
If I would say at least 3 or 4 of those deaths were in the first half on offense. They also had two flawless rounds on defense as well. Were they both on defense, or was one on offense?
I'm not 100% sure, honestly.
I want to say one of them was on second floor offense, but I think that was the second time. I think their first flawless was the second time on second floor offense. I could be wrong about that. That may have just been a very good round. But their defensive half was very well played.
Yes.
There weren't a lot of mistakes made, so there wasn't a lot of room for Marietta to try and scoop up in there and gather people up when they could, gather those kills, pick off people who weren't watching their back. It was extremely well played, and Marietta had some unfortunate just turns of events where they were looking the wrong way, even though they were watching their back for Plexios. Quite a half.
But that'll be it for map number 1. Map number 2 is going to be Villa. LVC going to start off on the defense. I believe we're just going to have a bit of a break here, so we'll toss it over to the break screen. You can see the players talk things over before the next map. And here we are, map number 2 on Villa. This is a map we don't see LVC play too terribly often.
We did see it a lot last year. I believe we've only seen it once this year, at least while I've been watching.
From what I've been told, this was their best map last year, but I don't know if that's true information.
It was their best map last year, but that was also purely the amount of time they were playing on it.
Yeah.
They knew it like the back of their hands.
Yeah,
at that
it's
point.
one of those things where it's like at a point you just have to know the map, and if you don't, what are you doing? Type deal.
Well, it looks like Marietta
Oh.
College is
Plexios not happy with that.
target banning here.
We see this a
really
lot with
not
Plexios.
interested in dealing with him.
There are so many games where Plexios will play a certain operator in the first map, and the
No
second map it's
names
banned.
for you.
It's not even a question. He just gets banned because they don't want Plexios to be able to have that control that he brings to the team. And that's understandable. I mean, he is a ridiculous player, so
He's also
that's
very
fair.
good with nades, so I completely understand that. I would not want to play against that either. But I'm sure he's got some backups. I don't think Knock is his only character.
Knock is. I would really hope not. At the level he's at, if he can only play Knock,
He can play everyone if we're being realistic.
yes, he could probably play any role.
I'm surprised we didn't also see that ban on Oryx for defense because he did very well.
Oh,
on Oryx
that's an
when he
interesting pick. I wonder if that. I don't know who it was. Someone picked IQ. Frenzy. Frenzy is on the IQ. I have not seen IQ since year 1 when I played back on like a PlayStation 4.
played. IQ is in the scenarios for the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in the scenarios. She's used there, I guess, to teach people how to use her, which is really funny because nobody uses her. But that's an interesting pick. I'm sure it'll throw some people off in the first place because you'll be able to see all of those devices that we're not normally able to see. And I'm sure it'll be used to pick up that Kaid Claw, except we don't have that here. We have a mute jammer, so it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. It does look like they're going to keep that main wall off of balcony open just on the half so that they can rotate in around site from A to B through oh, it looks like they're going for a bedroom take here. But so that they can rotate, my apologies, through the vault.
It's Funka gonna sit outside of this window, just waiting for his team to figure out how they want to go about this attack. Gonna hop in the window here with Spoon up top, and
It does look like they're into closet here, and they're looking to push this Malusi out.
that wall is gonna get destroyed. Funka might have a
Oh.
good flank. Now spots the head of Emporium. Just trying to stay alive, and
Oh.
Emporium gonna get the
With
kill.
The flick there.
Fantastic
Frenzy
kill
with the
from him.
trade, though.
I mean, realistically, he shouldn't even have really had the first kill, so I think taking one down with him is huge for LVC.
Absolutely there. And Plexios is going to have...
As
Oh!
Plexios
he's
gets
gonna get
naded. Wow, that is a fantastic nade.
That might be the end of him. He's going to need one of his LVC players to come get him, and it doesn't look like... Oh,
I don't think these players know, though, that Plexios is down. He's just sprinting about.
the real question is it worth to LVC to go get him?
I don't
Now
think
they
it
have
is. He
to
is
make it
very far
across the
away.
map.
He is very far away, so
And that's the thing
Plexios
about deep
just gonna
roaming is
fall.
you don't have too much help here.
and Liquefy also gonna get down. So we'll see if they can pick him up. I don't know where he's at.
It
so
does look like Spoon finishes the
Nope,
kill
he's
on
Frenzy.
Plexios, and Frenzy finishes it on Liquefy, so it makes it a 2v4.
Plexios just was down for so long, and like LVC just looked very, very lost on what to do. He was very far away, so there's just no shot he was getting picked up. And now it's all down to Mr. Davis in the Senate. The IQ. Wow, Mr. Davis picking up that kill. Gets put very weak, but managed to get the kill.
Really looking to take
And
out all of
Frenzy
these devices.
just shooting every single device through the floor.
Doesn't look like
Why?
he can get that nade there.
How?
Oh, and Reds goes down. It
There
is
we
now
go.
a 2v3, but Mr. Davis is left on 30, maybe 20 here.
And Mr.
And
Davis
down goes Mr. Davis.
Gonna fall, and now it's all down to the Senate. Plant gonna go down. The Senate picks up the planter. Gonna find the second, but Nuggo cleaning up the kill is that could have been very dangerous.
Barely as well. Oh.
That's a good window to have
That's a good
there.
angle. Yep. Balcony is such an important place to be there, especially opening up that second half of the wall. I believe that they had open there. It really gives you such a view onto that map site right there. It's very important for keeping an eye on Vault. So unfortunately, you couldn't originally see the Senate because he was crouched when he got those first 2 kills. But when he popped up for that second one, it was when it brought him into the view of the balcony, which is really what told his death bell. It does look like they're going to go for another map and bar hold here. Reinforced Vault already and have that half wall enforced on the main wall from study into balcony. And it looks like Plexios is instead going to be on Aruni here. Liquify will be playing Smoke, the Senate on mute once again, Emporium on Malusi, and Mr. Davis on Jaeger. Make sure they can't get them nades. And it does look like Marietta is going to keep a very similar lineup here. Don't change what isn't broken, you know? So it looks like once again they're looking to go through bedroom. And they've got 3 or 4 people over here outside of the IQ who's looking to work on his own a little bit, just clear that downstairs and really apparently go upstairs right away. I'm sure we're going to see a drone whipped out here just to clear the area before hopping in. Does spot Malusi on stairs, so Emporium is in a little bit of a danger zone here. But it looks like he's not gonna leave himself open for any angles. And they do have Zofia already in bathroom, taking Astro as they drone out Deer. They are gonna have it free clear, and it looks like they mostly have upstairs control on the opposite side of the map now. We do have 2 players still downstairs. Emporium's at the stairs directly, and Mr. Davis is also on the half stairs, along with Liquify, who is watching his corner on 90. It doesn't look like there's going to be much of a study push, so unfortunately they did set up for something that's not really happening, and they are going to have to look for that second floor because the Senate is surrounded at this point by a sea of red, as you can see in Marietta College.
Just a minute 20 left in the round, and Marietta are going to have to start to work their way inside the building. It looks like we'll see the IQ again as well from Frenzy. Worked out pretty well last time, managed to get a lot of util off site, or a lot of the, yeah, I guess the utility off the site, so Funka just going to fire. I'm not sure if that was a concussion or not, but
it was the same. It was a breach charge, so that did get rid of the mute jammer, allowing for their Thermite to place a charge on Vault, and it does look like that's what they're going to look to take here.
The Senate going to take a bit of damage there. I think he got hit by a nade, and now that wall
He's in quite an uncomfortable position here.
down the hall is going to get destroyed.
Emporium's going down when Frenzy with the kill. Out here on balcony, it looks like. Oh, no. From red.
And we're going to see the Senate push through. Doesn't get a kill, though. Only does a little bit of damage. Mr. Davis picking up Spoon. Funka gets down, and Plexios on the flank finds
and
2.
Suddenly, it is a 2v3. Losing the advantage, Marietta College has lost 3 people in almost
And Rez
one push.
going to get taken
And
down,
that's
and Davis going to pick up the last. That's a good round for LVC to take. Plexios going oh so big on that flank there. Finds the free double kill with those players both in front of him, not even looking at him.
What a flank.
I don't even know where he came from, honestly.
I think he came through Deer, actually.
That's the thing with Plexios. It is just so annoying to play against him. He could be here, there, anywhere on the map, and we see this round after round. He is so hard to find, and even when you do find him, his shot is just so clean that it becomes even harder to kill him.
So it does look like we are going to transfer to Trophy and Deer here. Oh, I didn't know you could shift the camera angle like that. That's nice. Does look like Mr. Davis is going to be playing Jaeger, and Plexios has decided to stick with the Rooney this round. Emporium on Alibi, looking to get some information there for the defensive team. The Senate is once again going to go with Mute and Liquefy on Smoke. Very common picks for both of them. And it doesn't look like Marietta is looking to change anything up either. So it's going to be probably something similar to the last couple rounds. Very looking to go for a bedroom play here once again. And I'm sure Frenzy is looking to go into the first floor and get rid of some of that util that LVC lays out so heavily. It does look like LVC has gotten a little bit smarter about the fact that they almost always come in towards bedroom.
And Liquefy gonna get shot through the foot
Drone hole,
there.
I think. I believe he got shot through the drone hole there.
Yeah, I think that's how he died. So very early into the round, Liquefy gonna fall, and now this should open up some spacing for Marietta. The Mute Jammers, though, gonna force these drones away a little bit, and one of the bomb sites gonna get spotted. Obviously, Marietta knew where it was already, but just to make sure, and Rez gonna have the centering.
Second kill for him.
Emporium gonna go down as well. Now Plexios gets hit by the Claymore, and now the Senate in a 1v5 is things not
Quite
looking
a
too bright for
situation.
him. He has a shotgun, and this is not the place for.
He should have an SMG-11 as well.
And he's gonna try and peek that in a flawless round for Marietta.
Very well played there. There were a couple shots that I believe were, I mean, that drone hole shot was just a little bit of luck there on where LVC was standing. Very unfortunate for them. Very nicely played for Marietta. It'll put them 2-1 in this game of the series. So they might be looking to take it to overtime. We are going to see LVC once again go to Trophy and Statuary as their objective location. And they are going to bring a Mozzie just to get that information that Marietta has just a little out of the way, since it does seem to be toppling them. They're going to open up that Astro hatch, very common. Good place to play, and Liquefy is going to put that shield down right beside main bedroom, master bedroom. Other than that, nothing is too different. Plexios on a Rooney. Hopefully won't walk into any Claymores anymore. That was a rough one there. And Emporium is the only other change in recent rounds onto Mozzie.
Yeah, it's been kind of interesting seeing LVC take the same bomb site here, and it's pretty much been the same round every single round for this game, operator-wise, even bomb site-wise. So I'm very interested into why, or as to why LVC has decided to continue to hold this site.
There's not too much extra choice, although I don't mind. When I play, I don't mind playing kitchen. I think it's a great site to hold. But unfortunately, you either open it up or you keep it closed. And I don't think they have operators that they want to have, that they want to be playing to keep it closed. And it's a lot harder to play if you open up that kitchen site. As you can see, Spoon and a couple other of Marietta College are heading through kitchen, as we are just talking about it. Speak of the devil there. And it looks like they're looking to take first floor and drag out a Rooney over here, Plexios, and also Emporium, who's looking to get maybe a couple shots on the Marietta College.
And Funka gonna take down Liquefy once again. Liquefy falling early in the round. This time with 2 minutes remaining. Not really sure where he gets taken out from, but either way he's gonna fall. So.
Not entirely sure either. It does look like Funko knows that
and he spots the head of Emporium just a bit too late, trying to run past his teammate, but gonna get body blocked for a second there. And Emporium just trying to hold off these players. Try and keep them knowing his presence is there. And Plexio's going to find one, and another Claymore going to take him out.
He's having some real trouble with those this round.
Dave going to find one, though, as he gets the trade for the Senate onto Spoon.
He does take quite a bit of damage. Plant is going to go down, though, and they are going to have someone in bedroom. And along with someone over in Deer, Emporium is going to have to push up quite a bit here to help out Mr. Davis.
As Dave picks up Rez, now 1v2.
All that's left is the person.
And Dave kills him. Nuggo going to get taken down as well, and Dave going to find the defuse, too.
With 20 seconds left, that is going to be Diffuser, and that'll be round 4 win for Lebanon Valley College, tying it up at 2-2.
I believe that was 3. I think that might have almost been 4 in the round for Dave there.
I think that was 4.
That is a huge round for Dave.
3, 4.
He got 3 or 4 in that round. I do know that much, and LVC going to tie it up once again.
I think he's had 1 every single round except for this one. So I believe that it was 4.
Okay.
I could
Be wrong.
wrong.
But either way, LVC going to tie this one up, and that's a huge round for them to take as now they move over to pool here.
And we are going to see them once again go bar, which is their favorite place to play, although it hasn't always been the best place for them. They've had a little bit of trouble with this site so far on this map. So we'll see if they come to hold it a little bit better here. Plexios once again on a Rooney, and most of the other operators the same. Emporium switching back to Malusi again. And then Rez is going to be on Thermite, Frenzy on IQ, as per usual for this team. And then all of the rest are going to be the same as well, with Nuggo on Hibana and Funko on Zofia, playing very well on Zofia as well. It does look like they're going to look for this bedroom push once again, which I'm sure at this point is not surprising.
Including the same operators as well. So Marietta
Seen a lot
really,
of repeat here.
they're really sticking to what they know, and I mean, it has been working. It's 2-2 here. It's not like they're down 4-0. If they were down 4-0, I would really hope they'd be changing something, but
No,
they're not.
this is a generally pretty defensive-sided map, I would say. Like, I'm not going to say it's easy to hold. No map is particularly easy to hold, but it's definitely a little skewed in the favor of the defenders. So them taking this 2-2 right now is definitely looking very healthy for how it's going to go when it becomes their defensive half. Oh.
That turn finally gets taken down. Frenzy
But
gonna pick up
Plexios
Plexios
gets out.
on the flank.
He's just not having a good time on flank here.
He's been getting picked for most of these rounds, and a lot of them by Claymores, so.
Yeah, unfortunately, he just can't get away from the util there. And it does look like they do look to really team up on him here and just make sure that he doesn't get any loner picks and escape away into the night of the Villa map.
Especially after he got that double, and I think it was round 2 or round 2 or 3 to bring it back for LVC, and Frenzy might have another spot here on a couple of these players, but they decide not to peek just yet.
It does look like this IQ is looking to get rid of the util once again.
Thermite
Maybe get
one
Funko
of
in
the
here.
Charges.
Emporium is getting spotted out by Funko, although he does back up. Most of the team is on second floor, though, so he's not doing too much here. He's going to have to look for a heavy flank.
Frenzy gonna hop
Frenzy
down.
dropped. Oh!
And Frenzy just barely gonna get out there. I think Emporium peeked it and just not quite spot or getting the kill on the Frenzy. And now this is a tough situation for him as Frenzy just holding that angle. It's a free kill as Emporium not gonna be able to get a shot on. And now a 3v5 for LVC. This is not looking too great, but only 20 seconds left. The execute is going to have to come in for Marietta. The Senate over peeking there with the shoddy. Not going to hit shots from there, buddy.
It is
Now
left
a
to
2v5.
Liquefy and Mr. Davis TV. And we have seen a clutch from Mr. Davis TV in the round, but it is now a 1v5 with them planting.
Plant going down. Dave finds two, but there's one behind him, and it doesn't matter. Gonna get taken out. And that will be the round for Marietta, 3-2.
Don't switch up what works, I suppose.
Yeah, they've been looking fairly solid with this operator comp, and I mean, and pretty much the same push as well. And it's been good for them. And like I said, there's really no reason to change it up if it's working. So we'll most likely see the same push from them on this round as well. We're gonna see the Thunderbird though for LVC here.
We're also gonna see a castle get pulled out, which is a little different. So even if they're not changing up their strats, LVC has decided they're going to, and they're also going to go kitchen dining, which is something I've been looking forward to seeing. Thank goodness. Why is that doing that? Oh, because I'm hitting the control button. My apologies, stream. It does look like they're going to look for more of an open hold here on the inside, just splitting between Memo and A-Site. And they're probably going to castle off that wall over in closet. Yep, you're going to see Mr. Davis TV there. They castled off pantry as well and electrified the wall on stairs. And then they're also going to castle off Memo on the right side. Memo on the left and right side. Other than that, more than a few of them are going to be roaming. They're going to leave the Senate, Mr. Davis TV, and Liquefy on site. And it does look like Marietta College is once again looking to go through this bedroom. It is a big favorite for them. This window, they just love it. They absolutely adore it, and LVC just can't seem to figure that out.
Yeah, the push has been pretty much the exact same for Marietta every round, and I mean LVC just not really adjusting for that push, and I don't know if they necessarily need to, but at the same time, it's kind of weird to see that they're allowing this can happen consistently and allowing them to get free control in the building. Plexio's going to get taken down in that close corner by Spoon, and that's going to be a lot of damage and a kill.
Well.
Now,
left to the 3 on site.
With 2 minutes remaining on the round, a 3v5, LVC going to have to really pull something out here if they want to.
They're going to have to hold it. They're going to have to hard hold it. And unfortunately, that sledge is going to open up almost all of kitchen, probably just to get some bullets down through the ceiling. That's really annoying to deal with as a defender.
Liquefy going to pick up the kill onto Spoon.
And then also collect the Thunderbird health as well. So despite the fact that he was quite damaged, he's back up to full health. Very useful to have when you're holding site like this.
And the Senate just trying to hold this angle here. Frenzy trying to get some shots through the floor. Not 100% sure if he'll hit anything there, but doesn't look like he does for now. Funka trying to clear this out. The Senate going to get spotted by that drone, so may see some shots go down through the floor into where these players think the Senate may be playing. He's going to try and throw a nitro cell up, but just a bit too late. Funka going to get the kill through the floor finally after putting a couple mags into it. Mr. Davis going to put some damage on the Nuggo. This is going to be a very rough 2v4 for these players. As Dave trying to hold this angle from the bomb. Doesn't get hit by the flash. Doesn't really matter though. Dave picks up one and the shots don't quite hit. And the Liquefy gonna have to push through as Dave gets down. Are they gonna know Liquefy's here? Now it's a 1v1. It's gonna go for the reload, and the reload not the choice there. Liquefy.
That's what's gonna get him killed there. It was a very good attempt there from both Mr. Davis and Liquefy. Unfortunately, they could not pull it off.
Now we'll see a 4-2 scoreline going into the second half of the map.
A little bit of timing there. Unfortunately, I do feel like that could have been a little bit, maybe lack of communication on Mr. Davis and Liquefy's part there. They very solo, like they very individually peaked. That could have been a little bit more
realistically, also that shouldn't really need to be calmed, I don't think. I mean, Liquefy can see Dave taking an engagement there. He just needs to either push out off the contact, or he needs to just kind of play a bit closer to that wall and see what he can get through there, as Davis kind of bounces up and down with the crouch. So
Absolutely, yeah. And we are going to see an Azami, which we haven't seen too much, but we have seen a little bit in this series with Spoon and, of course, Maestro, also known as the Meatball. I haven't mentioned that yet. I do love that name. I adore it. With Frenzy on that. And we are going to see a Jaeger, a Smoke, and a Wamai, so we are going to have that nade defense on both accounts. I'm sure they really aren't looking forward to Plexios' nades there, which he still has as he is playing Iona.
And LVC now.
Also gonna go for that bedroom push.
This is a
very consistent match.
Everyone has been just given free control of this room.
I mean, it's hard to maintain control as a defender of that room and of Statue when you aren't actually playing Statue.
Plexios.
He's made his way very far ahead. That drone is definitely going to be useful here. Is going to spot at least the Azami barricade.
Not sure if he spots the player. I don't think, unless we could see through that little thing in the shield there. I'm not sure if they can see this player.
I think they can see.
They definitely know he's there now as the shots come in and the nade almost going to be
the nade is also, I believe, going to take out that shield, and that's going to give LVC control of 90, which is so important. But are they going to see the people coming up red? Ooh,
the Senate turns around at just avoids the wrong time. No one going to take
timing.
No one going to take damage though on LVC, so no major damage just yet. Emporium now going to get put fairly weak, and the Senate just going to pick up this flank and make sure this player doesn't get through any further. Dave going to look to help out as well. It's Liquefy.
That was just incredible timing for the Senate to turn around almost obliviously to that player, and Mr. Davis is going to get the kill on Rez.
And now LVC going to find another. Plexios going to pick up that kill on Defunka.
It is
Frenzy
a 3v5.
now going to push, maybe look to push through here. The Senate going to find Nuggo. He's very, very weak though at a couple HP. Frenzy going to hear that wall get broken open, picks up the Senate, or that window I should say. Frenzy though going to pick up the Senate, rotating out. He was very weak, so and Plexios going to TK Emporium there. Not what you like to see, but Frenzy does get down. So now it's all on to Spoon for the time being.
LVC has not a good time. Like, they just haven't had a good time with team kills and claymores over here.
And now LVC, Liquefy going to finish off that round on finding that kill onto Frenzy. Okay, that I don't know how that last bullet hit, but all right. So they get one back.
There's a lot of through-wall bullets there that you can't even tell from either side because that wall just breaks up so uneven. It is good. We are going to switch for Marietta College having second half on defense. Starting out on first floor. We're already in the second half, aren't we?
Yeah.
My bad. I zoned out for a minute there. Second round on second half. On first floor, dining kitchen. Something LVC really hesitated to build on. But it doesn't look like they hesitate at all. It does look like they're going to try and keep the site open, play with that pulse a little bit, have that Legion out there for traps, maybe even kite a couple walls just to make it a little bit harder to get in here. But I don't think we're going to see a lot of people playing site very hard here. They've definitely got a lot of roamers going on with Legion, Jaeger, and Pulse. Not very on-site people, although it does look like Legion is hanging around on B side here. And amazingly enough, I think once again, we are going to see something we've seen all game.
Is anyone going to be watching it from the defense?
No.
No.
No matter who it is, they never do. I'm honestly starting to get a little... Oh!
It looks like there's going to be a player there. That's going to be Funka. Going to take some early engagement damage. Actually, no, he he's just going to be pushed back a little bit. So takes damage from Plexios, and Plexios going to get picked off by Frenzy. That cannot happen if you're LVC. I feel like that kill should have been
Where did he
in
get
his
picked
hands.
off from?
Frenzy is playing very close here, watching this
Okay.
window.
I see.
As the Senate trying to peek it. Oh, Emporium picks Fuse. I didn't even notice that. He gets a kill with the Fuse onto Spoon.
And Funko gets a refrag onto the Senate, and
Funka just doing work here. And I mean, the
Emporium
fact that he's
is
still
down.
alive is insane.
he is going to get picked up, though. With 20 health left to spare, every player on LVC left has taken damage, while Marietta College still has 3 people who are surviving quite well. And then, of course, there's Jaeger, who is on his last of 9 lives. Who knows, though? 9 lives, make them count.
Dave gonna take some damage down low as he gets flashed. I would imagine it's by his own teammate.
He also gets put down,
And that's the diffuser.
and that's Diffuser as well.
They might look to pick him up. Actually, it's gonna be important that picks him up, but either way. And Frenzy just gonna try to find that kill, and Liquefy gonna hold the angle for him.
It does look like...
And Mr.
Ooh.
Davis gonna pick up Funka. All of a sudden, LVC with the man advantage, but they're all very, very weak. Liquefy gets taken out. Emporium falls
It
as
is a
well.
1v2 left to Mr. Davis with just a bit of health and a slight idea of where they are, but not a complete.
That Legion Mine gonna get tossed down right in front of Dave as well. So if he steps forward, I think it kills him.
I believe it does as well. Although you do have the option to shoot those, they're not bulletproof.
Yeah, I think he did shoot it, so. Does pick up Diffuser. Only 30 seconds remaining, though.
He doesn't have a lot of time here.
No, and he doesn't have.
Doesn't look
a
like
lot
they
of
really
space.
hear him. I don't think they've. Oh,
They
finally
definitely do
turned.
now. Is Rez gonna start putting some shots down, but Dave trying to bait something out here. I mean,
He doesn't have a lot of options.
only has
15
10
seconds left in the
so
round.
he's not gonna be able to get this, unfortunately.
He's gonna need the
There
kill.
is- The Legion Mine hits him, and I mean, 5 seconds remaining. It finds that kill, and the timing just a bit off. He actually almost somehow picks up that round. That is actually, it's kind of crazy, but what a weird round. I mean, Frenzy finding 2 picks up in bedroom, or at least a pick and a half up in bedroom. And
Quite an uncomfortable situation for LVC there. You finally see a little defense for that bedroom push, which is what we're looking for here.
realistically, that's what should have been happening for most of those rounds, even when LVC was on the defense. So we finally see it happen, and as you can see, it picks up.
Very effective.
Yeah, it's very, very effective, and it gives Marietta the round. It gives them the upper hand in that round for pretty much the whole time. So
I'm not sure
5-3.
Marietta played it very well after they got those first 2 initial picks. I feel like that could have been played a little bit more safely because it was a 5v3.
But
Was
either
it not?
way, it was. But either way, they had the numbers, so it worked out for them.
Just barely, though. They almost. I would almost say they almost threw that round.
They did. They did almost win the round. But they managed to pull it off just barely. So
They are going to pull up to second floor, Trophy and Deer. And it looks like they're going to make that rotate onto Astro as per usual and have that hatch open as well. Looking to probably hold bedroom a little bit harder here. With the smoke playing in bathroom and the pulse underneath main bedroom, they're really looking for that introduction there. But LVC is not going to fall for it this time. Finally changing it up, they are going into study, and they're looking for that big first or second floor control on the other half of the map. Very important to have.
Emporium checking all of his corners here. It looks like Funka gonna have the angle, but the trade is immediate. Emporium and Funka down. Now 4v4 situation early on here. It's a good spot from Funka. At least able to pick one up through that dresser there.
It did look like Pulse tried to get a little bit of a C4 kill. I'm not sure I would have used it that early on.
Plexios looks to start scaling up here and gonna toss down the drone to see if he can find anything, but that thing gets annihilated right off the rip.
And there's the C4 from Pulse that I thought happened earlier on Mr. Davis TV. That's going to be a very important kill.
Plexios going to toss out that drone and decides to back on up after a few shots. No damage done, but Plexios gets cut down by Spoon. Now a 3v4 situation. Spoon
2v4.
2v4 situation for Marietta. Spoon just looking for any heartbeat he can find. It looks like he'll
It
finally
does look
get
like
one.
he's going to get one here. Although not quite seeing the right direction, I don't believe.
He may not have. He may have thought that that was. I don't know.
Closer than it was.
Yeah. Liquify gonna take down Spoon though. 2v3 situation. The gas
Ooh.
though going to be
Quite a bit of damage on the Senate, and Reds is going to get the kill as well.
And now Liquify in a 1v3. All
If he
tied
gets hit
up.
with that smoke at all,
Frenzy gonna find that kill onto Liquify.
with the SMG-11, fast shooting, and perfect for this situation as well, where all you need is just one bullet on that ace.
And now it's map point here for Marietta, looking to put it into a game number 3.
We are going to see them go Aviator and Games with Azami, Maestro, Jaeger, Smoke, and Wamai. Very common for them. And we are going to see Emporium go on to Ash. I'm not sure we've seen him on Ash today yet.
I don't think we have.
And Liquify is going to be over on Ace. So it's a little bit of a change up from LVC, trying to see what works, what doesn't. It does look like they're going to open up the half wall on the left side once again. Very different from LVC. It doesn't look like a lot, like it would impact a lot, but it changes the angles into sight completely. And they are going to have those footholds onto bar as well, just to make sure they've got control there. They have as well. Never mind. Never mind. They did open up hatch and study, so I'm sure they're looking to play a little bit of a floor angle there. Mostly looking for off-site plant denial here. And it does look like we're going to see a bedroom push.
The Senate gonna hop on Twitch here. We have not really seen Twitch too much in this series. I think we saw Twitch
We
get
did see him on
picked
border.
once.
They pushed basement blue with him in border.
Oregon?
Oregon. Yep, that's what I meant to say. Thank you.
And the Senate gonna get that pick, or not pick, that
Ping.
Yeah, that ping and that sight onto Funko. and
Plexios
that's
is
gonna
gonna
allow
get the
Plexios to
opening
pick
kill,
that one up.
but he's gonna take some damage.
Spots another player. Lionskin gonna come in from Liquify. And Plexios gonna look to put down this drone here. See if he can spot anything else. Doesn't see anyone behind the shield. Wall gonna go down. Definitely spots the Azami there. Now gonna cook up this nade and try and get a nade kill.
It does look like Mr. Davis is going to nomad the stairs here. Very good choice, especially with how much they got flanked last time they tried to push this angle.
And it looks like that nade combo, the nade flash combo is not gonna do any damage to either of those players, so.
No, they were just really, I believe they were just
They were
looking to
mostly
get rid
looking
of
to
the
get that
Azami and the
that shield, yeah.
The Azami did rotate out, so we might see her on flank a little bit here, but it doesn't look like it's going to be on red stairs. It looks like she's going to be coming up on those floor, like the floor holes right below where a couple people are about to walk.
Spots one,
Trigger control.
but doesn't decide to shoot, and now just turns away. Probably going to look to get a flank going here. Emporium not going to be able to get a shot there. As now LVC just looking to get control onto the site.
And
Frenzy gets
Liquify
taken
takes out Frenzy.
Now 50 seconds remaining. LVC need to get onto this site. Plexios going to get taken out by the smoke. And now the Senate looking to plant, but he gets denied. Mr. Davis going to fall as well.
It is a 2v3.
Emporium going to get a spot here, but the smoke going to continue to do more damage. Push these players back. Now 30 seconds remaining. A great shot from
Nice
Emporium.
headshot there.
And now Liquify and Emporium just trying to get through. The diffuser
Oh,
is
and
grabbed.
Rez
The
is gonna
Liquefy
go down
finds
from
Rez.
Liquefy.
Now Nuggo in the 1v2. 15 seconds remaining, but that does
Plant
not
is
matter.
down.
As Nuggo gets put very, very weak.
He is going to look for the
Can he
rotate
do?
around Vault, maybe come up behind Liquefy or Emporium here, it looks like. It does look like
And
Emporium
the
knows,
shot's
though,
not
and he's
there.
going to get the round clutch. So that is not going to be match point for Marietta quite yet. LVC is looking to drag this out just a little bit farther and maybe get their second game in the series and have it all over. I doubt Marietta College will give it up that easy, though. I'm sure they're looking to just finish it off right here. In first floor kitchen dining for them, Spoon on Pulse, as we've seen quite a couple times. We are going to see a Bandit, which I have not seen played at all this series, and I'm very excited for because I adore Bandit. I love Bandit. Bandit is my favorite operator in Siege.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
We definitely haven't seen Bandit much at all, as he just hasn't really been picked.
He's not the best, but he's definitely not the worst. His guns are pretty decent. The sight, the reticle is not it's not perfect, but it's got what it needs, and it's not bad if you're playing first floor. Like, you don't need a Kai. You can definitely play Bandit here on first floor, and it gives you a little bit more flexibility with walls, just because you can put them on those single walls and still have 3 charges left in comparison to having only those 2 claws. So we are going to see a similar lineup, sort of. We are going to see a similar lineup to what they played on
Oregon.
When they decided to rush basement here. So it does look like they're once again looking to 4-stack pretty much
They're gonna
through
go
basement.
They're gonna go through garage here. This is a very unique push, but
Oh.
the Senate just gonna get taken out.
I think he was the
immediately.
only one not with the team. That is quite unfortunate.
Especially as this shield, that cannot be happening, but we'll have to see if LVC can retake or can take the site.
It looks
Without
like
the
they're about to
shield.
just hard breach this in a rush. Will the other team be ready for it?
Marietta just backing down for now. Spoon
It doesn't
trying to
look
find
like
a
they have
heartbeat.
anything on the pulse scanner.
And Liquefy gonna pop that mind scan. Plexios
Oh, and
gets
there's
one, and
2.
the trades are coming through, but trades are not enough at the moment for LVC. As now the wall gets destroyed.
And that's
now
going to be
it's a 2v1,
2v1.
all down to Funka. LVC executing that play so very well. The plant needs to go down, and it looks like Liquefy going to look to plant as Emporium just needs to not take this gunfight.
But
and
it's okay.
Funka finds Liquefy. Emporium, I will say Emporium throws that round there, and that's the map for Marietta as well. Emporium cannot peek there.
No.
He needs to wait for his teammate to plant the diffuser and then just sit behind the wall. He has
needed
no
sit
reason to
behind in
peek.
the first place.
He didn't have
that's-
any need to peek there.
Unfortunately, that's a waiting and baiting game. Like, you need to have cross on that, and you have to wait for your partner to plant diffuser to have that cross.
That was a fantastic execute, and it unfortunately gets tossed away by Emporium there. But either way, now heading on over to a map number 3.
It will be the decider in the series, and what are we going to see for map 3 as the decider?
It will be on, I think it's Bank. Yes, it's Bank, and LVC will be on the defense. So
we're probably going to see either a first floor or basement take on Bank for the first round. Those are the 2 most common spots.
as now LVC dropping that map 7-4, I believe it was.
Yes.
So we'll see how they decide to take on Bank.
They almost would have brought that into overtime if they had gotten that round. I feel like the momentum from that would have brought them into round 6 to tie it up and really put them in that overtime, making it a little bit more of a struggle. But unfortunately, they couldn't hold that. So we'll have to see how they perform on Bank. Not the strongest map for LVC, but it could be a lot worse. I'm not sure how Marietta College performs on it. I'm sure we'll see a lot of the same operators, maybe not the IQ. Definitely, we're we're definitely gonna see a Kaid for hatches. We're gonna see someone like Vigil or Alibi or Oryx on deep roaming. That's always gonna happen. We're also probably gonna see a few smoke mute combinations, especially for that second floor, because
Yeah.
that wall is super important up there. And then last but not least, I'm thinking we're gonna see a little bit more of a Thunderbird.
We very well could. We'll have to see what happens, but looks like we're going to have a bit of a break here before we get into the next map. So we'll be back when we're ready to start the decider on Bank.
And it does look like the teams are ready to play now. We are going to see the last match, Bank and LVC is going to be on defense. And we do have a little bit of a caster change up here, as otherwise known as Grotti
Hello.
is here to help me cast. Harold had to leave. He has a game himself. So tune in on that if you can. But in the meantime, we are here once again on the third map of the series for LVC. And the first ban for LVC is going to be Osa. Something they have been consistently doing pretty much every match. Don't really want to see that shield on offense. It can be a game changer here.
Not only do you take away the shield, but you take away 2 pocket EMPs as well and smokes. So that's all very helpful to get off the board. A lion ban.
A little bit of a target ban here as well.
Yeah.
Although
That's
we
more
are going to
EMPs
see
off
a
the board,
knock
too.
ban this time.
Good point. But
So
will they ban the Oryx is the real question.
I'm not sure the Oryx was quite as effective on Villa, so I don't think they're going to ban it here. I could be wrong, but I think their second pick is going to be Valk.
What a great choice.
It's not like they've banned it for two games in a row here or
Solid.
anything. They're pretty consistent when it comes to their defensive ban. It's just their offensive ban where they target a little bit harder. And LVC is going to choose Mira.
Very standard ban on Bank. You really don't want to have to deal with a mirror
Absolutely
when you're pushing it in
not.
the server.
Doesn't matter whether you're on defense or on offense. It's not something you want to play. So their first pick is going to be basement lockers and CCTV. Very common. As stated before, it was going to be either second floor or basement. And we are going to see that Oryx pick from Emporium, actually, and Plexios moving in as Castle. Jaeger on Liquefy on Jaeger. And some other interesting picks. It looks like they're really switching it up here.
Yeah, it's good to see a change. I like seeing Echo brought into play. Not often played by either team throughout either of these maps.
Actually, it hasn't been played at all. And we haven't seen Cali or Maverick at all either, or Monty. So we're seeing a lot of new operators being brought in with this map.
The pick on the Montang doesn't surprise me. They're probably going to use Montang to push up through Secret Tunnel and into server, and inevitably end up either holding off blue stairs or the site door so that they can breach wall and make their way in and go for a default plan.
Absolutely. And Secret Tunnel is hard to push into without a shield there. It's very, like, someone usually plays that server angle and just gets a couple picks before they back into site there. But it does look like we're going to have a lot more of a first floor hold here in open area. And we can already see Spoon over here looking to get in with Funka.
Yeah, the Maverick and the Nomad going for hatch. It's a good combo. Ooh,
Frenzy is
Cali
already
on.
in server.
And the Montang, as expected, being used to push in.
They are going to open up this wall, and then they're going to have sight onto A. So we'll see what they're doing with open area up here as well. They have Monty down there? They do have Monty down there.
I'd like to see the Echo drone come up. Might use an Echo blast to not do anything.
They do have,
The smoke grenade will come out, though, and an Echo blast.
and this might be the life of Nuggo if he doesn't get out of there. Put down to maybe 20 health. They don't manage to get plant down.
And we do see the plant stopped temporarily with 2 smoke grenades still left.
We are going to see the plant attempt to go down once again, though, by Rez. And if
You'll miss the Echo drone. Possibly? Yes.
they could have a kill here if they use another.
Stop playing again. Great smoke. This might be Nuggo's
This'll
life.
be a down with Nuggo.
What
And
a
Rez
kill.
is going to go down with, not down exactly, but down to 30, 40 health already. So that is left
Ooh,
to him.
Plexius with the pick on Spoon.
It's left to Frenzy and Rez downstairs with Funko
Rez will
upstairs.
take a little bit of damage from the Cali.
He's looking to get into open area and clear it out, maybe take that control. And I'm not sure that this, who is this up here in open?
Funka.
I'm not sure that Liquefy knows that Funko is coming for him.
Ooh.
He does not. He gets shot in the
Funka
back.
now.
And it is a 3v2.
Funka now has control of the hatch that leads down into the hallway.
That's a very important placement there, although it's not gonna change too much.
Might.
It looks like he's going down to
What a pick by the Oryx.
and now all that's left is Frenzy on Cali. Maybe not the best choice for a clutch here. Could be.
Got a good SMG in the pocket. But now he's definitely called out.
He does have a Claymore there, so we'll see if
What a pick by Plexius.
almost got the trade there. Does look like he hit quite a few shots on Plexios, but the SMG just couldn't do the job. And that'll be round 1 to LVC on defense. We'll see if they, yep, second floor choice, very good. It does look like they might go first floor staff.
That would be an interesting hold to see, but I can understand for wanting to save that
second
upstairs
floor.
hold for the last round before the cycle resets.
It's an interesting choice as long as they can keep the momentum from that first round.
LVC is a very momentum-based team. I think if this momentum keeps up, this could
be the map.
This could be the game.
It does look like they are going to have Emporium, Mr. Davis TV, and probably another roamer, although I'm not sure who. The Senate and Liquefy are definitely going to be in sight, especially since Liquefy has that Maester out, because we love the big meatball. I will mention that every single time consistently because, you know, food.
It's going to be interesting to see where he decides to put his cameras at.
It does look like they're going to have those footholes into window, and they're going to have it castled off. Plexios is playing the shorty here with the MP. 5 or 7?
UMP.
UMP. I was close. I was getting
Good
there.
effort, good effort. You get an A. Looks like we're going to see a heavy second floor push. Pretty much the entire team going up except the Sledge, who is just a button clicker, and he's up on second floor.
It does look like they're going to look to take second floor from balcony here. Not really pushing first quite as much. They're definitely going to look for that vertical play, though.
We do see Plexius stacked up with the Oryx. It would be nice if maybe one of them would spread out a little bit.
They are pretty close together, but they also have Mr. Davis TV. And really close
Plexius
to Banano.
Is down.
It does look
Out
like
of the
Emporium's
round.
going to get their refrag, though. But they do have closet control here with Jackal, who was not banned and is being played.
Yeah, that's interesting. We see the Jackal ban a lot, but, you know, keeping him on the board offers the ability to take someone else out. And in this case, they decided that it was best to take out the Osa and the Lion.
I mean, here it's definitely important, especially if they're going to use Jackal. I wouldn't have taken, I wouldn't have banned him if I had planned to use him.
Correct.
And they're using him fairly well, although I don't think I've seen. I take it back.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's that siege timing even for the casters.
It's always interesting.
Never be right.
We are going to see Mr. Davis TV go down to first floor, and
I
Liquefy is still
Don't
holding
believe they
open.
know he's there either. Dave might get a kill here. Oh, dropped off.
Oh,
And
but
he
instead Spoon is going to get the drop on him, and he might take server. He'll probably open up this castle area into open right behind Liquefy. Will he?
looks like he's going to coordinate the push for Nuggo. Door is open, but the
Very
Ulda
close.
has a lot of bullets for
They're
a good
looking for a
time.
nade here.
Beautiful shots.
Not
A lot of
quite a
damage
kill.
done. A flank coming up blue. Oh, a little faster, and the blue flank might have been the play there.
Oh,
And we will whiff some shots.
what a clutch from Nuggo, though. Some good shots from him. 2 headshots to end the round. And that's going to make it even. 1-1. No momentum for LVC there.
Yep, and I mean, yeah, it was just came down to poor aiming and good first pick on the Plexius. I'm not sure how he died, but I'm going to assume someone rushed in and got him.
I'm not sure about that, actually. I'm
well,
sure
I saw
someone
he
was
got
holding an ups. Well, yeah, I did see that as well. I'm sure he did get downed first we saw that, so I'm sure they just knifed him while he was down. What a comment there to knife someone while they're down. It's basically a kick in the gut at that point. It does look like they're going to go for the second floor hold. They don't want to risk losing any more points to Marietta College in this final map. And we are going to see the Maestro once again, along with a mute. And Plexios is going to go back to his good old alibi, which I don't think we've really seen him play too much.
Yeah, we haven't seen that much today. He's been switching off with Emporium for the alibi. So it's going to be good to see him back on that. We'll see what he's capable of.
We are also going to see Emporium on Oryx, though, which isn't very uncommon. And we are going to see Funka
switch to the knock, possibly to go for a sneak in through either garage or secret tunnel. Are you okay there?
I choked on water.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it. Usually we see the knock, one of the first people to be in
Gonna go
on
for
the map.
lobby push.
And we do see him pull in
And
very
he might
quickly.
get a first pick here.
It looks like
But he
looked
misses.
at the player,
He doesn't
but he
see him.
doesn't.
He doesn't react.
And unfortunately, that trigger control just doesn't do him too much good there because he
They
can't.
do have him on cam. They know his exact location, and he is picked off instantly. That is a great
Emporium
first
with
pick.
the kill.
That's 2 frags off the board. So not only is that a good gun and a good player off the board, that is a lot of gadgets gone too.
It does look like Spoon might get the kill here on Liquefy, although he does escape with his life. He does no damage to Spoon himself.
To get the mute jammer off the wall, so that gives an opportunity for Thermite to go in and get Breach off on top square.
It does look like they are pushing him to do that pretty soon. Although
Thermite might go in stock. Questionable, but as long as he goes and they get control janitor.
it does look like the Thatcher is going to go in first. And this duo is going to push, as we so often see together. One without the other is not effective.
Yeah, that's always having someone there to refrag.
We might see someone here.
We might get a pick off the door.
It looks like Jake is looking for this.
I don't know if he can see the door off that angle.
Diffuser
And we got the
is down
team
from
kill.
a team kill. I don't think I've seen so many team kills from either team in a game so far this season. This series has just been crazy for it. And now there's 1 minute left on the clock. Nuggo
Nuggo
goes
is
down,
down.
and Frenzy has quite a bit of damage taken to him. He's looking for a single shot here on what looks like
Ooh,
is
got some
Oryx
damage
hiding
done.
behind the bomb. Mr. Davis TV,
Oh,
actually,
one
and he does
tap.
get the headshot.
Unfortunate.
Spoon is going to take out
quickly
Senate.
turned into a 2v3. LVC still with the advantage.
They have picked up
Man and
Diffuser.
health.
But it
The
does look
time
like
is
they are about to
not
peek
on
a hallway
Marietta's
that
side.
has 2 people on them.
Going for the free fire on default.
And that's 1 down. And Spoon cannot manage to clutch with Plexios on the prowl on Alibi once again. We are going to see him with 2 kills ending the game.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot more alibi yet this game.
I really
throughout
wouldn't
this
either.
series.
I'm normally not surprised. It's more surprising that I haven't seen him until now.
Yeah, it's interesting. We got that echo back.
We are going to see the Senate move off of La Meatball and onto Echo. I think a pretty good pick for him. Plexios is going to move on to Castle, and Liquefy is going to be on Jaeger. So we're going to see generally the same operators, but switched around just a little bit. And they are going to go basement. Very common, very easy, not easy technically, but a lot stronger of a hold than first floor, which they attempted to play earlier.
Looks like we're definitely going to get that 3rd floor roam again. I don't know if we'll have Plexios on the roam or not. He
It
might
does
end up
look like
holding.
he might hold open here.
Looks like we got an open area hold. And probably Oryx on the 3rd floor. And I see we switched out the sledge for Spoon switching out the sledge for a knock. That's an interesting pick, but he's probably going to most likely go for the same push as last time, unless he goes through garage. Spawning in the same spot. See Nuggo again going for that sewers push.
Unfortunately, it did not work out for them the first time. Maybe they're hoping for just a little bit of change this time, and I'm just not sure that they're going to get it. Unfortunately, both of these teams are very prone to playing the same characters and expecting different results, which I've heard multiple times is the definition of insanity.
Yeah. That can work just as long as you change up your push. Like, right now, if they can get control of third floor,
it
doesn't
look
matter
like
what
this
op
Jaeger
they got.
spots Spoon's drone here as he stares him in the eyes.
Liquefies. And the plant is actually already going down.
And it looks like
And
they're
the
going to
plant is
stick
down.
it.
Stuck.
And where is LVC? Because they do not seem to know what has happened
No Echo
here.
drone. They got 3 people in server. LVC.
They're almost
essentially doing
stuck
nothing.
here. Spoon takes a little bit of damage. Funko goes down from
Nice.
Plexios, and it looks like he's looking for a blue push here. Liquefy goes down from Garage, though.
We might open the server hatch and go for a kill on all these guys. But with a frag coming out from Spoon, this might be an easy 2 kills going the way of Marietta.
And it
Easy
is.
2 kills.
Plexios comes out with 1, but Frenzy refrags on
Knows
Plexios.
he's got another.
And it's left.
Ooh, picked off. Quickly, it's turned around into LVC's favor. But there is no time. And
it
that
does
round will
look
go to
like
Marietta College. It was a good execute. It was quick. And honestly, I think it caught LVC
quite off guard.
Yeah. No Echo drones in sight,
I mean,
ready
they
to go.
haven't done that full frontal push a singular time in the series yet. So to see it now this late is very effective.
Yes, it really catches LVC expecting, you know, the wide push, going for hatches and going for third floor. And when they push on site like that and you got server hatch closed and your third floor guy can't watch from top square, it's crazy.
Did I go too far down?
I think you went too far.
I think I went too far down. I did not.
You just went out.
It's okay. Sometimes a little out of map deserves some love, you know? We don't see it that often.
We are going to see the Goyo come into play, and we're also going to see Mozzie.
Goyo is something we see pretty often, and he's very effective when used correctly, especially for that entry of sight denial, which I'm thinking we're going to use
like that's
right
exactly
over
what
there.
he's going to do. He's going to put down 2 Vulcans. Yep.
Just to defend that quick push in, which I don't think they're going to look to do again. They do have a Thermite, a Habana, and a knock.
Yes, we see the knockback on the board, and we see Nug hopping off the Montang for a Habana, which in my eyes, that looks like they're going to go for hatches this round and still send somebody down through server.
It looks like they're calling up to second floor right now.
Yes, definitely got Funko
They're
headed up
definitely
there.
not going dirt here at all, which I believe you called secret tunnel. I'm not sure if that's a little bit niche to you. I always called it dirt.
Same thing.
A little bit niche to you then.
I'll switch my call. Although we're going to see the Goyo spotted out bottom blue.
And it looks like Nug is looking to really quickly push that open area and push out Plexios and whoever else is playing there. Emporium. Plexios and Emporium.
Are going to see the hatch unreinforced?
Oh, and he might be able to
play,
spot
but it
some
looks like
legs
we're going to
now.
end up using that actually for a late rotate. Oh, the siege timing. He looks away right as he jumps in the window. Patience is going to end up being key here.
Funko gets the kill on Mr. Davis, but Liquefy comes in with a frag on Nugo, and Funko once again gets another kill on the Senate. 3v4, sorry about that.
That's that garage push being ever so effective. 3 guys in garage and teammates running
Does
into
look
each
like
other.
they're rotating out though. And
Yes.
Frenzy is looking to rotate towards main lobby. Maybe get some kills off those doors.
Frenzy, I'm going to have to question your ability on not shooting the default camera. Makes me a little sad. Yes, looks like we're going to see a lobby push and maybe go for a hatch drop.
I'm not sure right here I would push Frenzy. It could be a little bit of a rough situation considering we only have 3 people. They really have to play their lives here.
Still seems like he's skeptical about somebody possibly third floor. But we know we don't see anybody third floor, but
I can check that real quick.
no, we know nobody's
Basement,
there.
basement,
Yep.
second, first.
Do see Plexios trying to make a rotate, and he is droned out. This could not be good.
Pretty
for
sure they
Plexios.
already knew that he was in open though, and he's gonna look to get a pick more quickly on them rather than have them surround him.
2 pushing marble. Oh, the Claymore. Plexius is.
Oh boy,
does he see it?
Oh, and it looks like he's gonna go
He's
for the
gonna
drop,
go for the
maybe.
hatch drop. Maybe, maybe not.
This is a dangerous option, although it
Might
has
play
turned
off
into
a
a
sound
3v4. The
Plant
diffuser
going
is
down.
halfway down, and Funko
Okay.
is left, and ooh.
Oh, we're gonna see a 1v2. Plexius is a skilled gunner. Yes. Nice.
The way he just quickly looked away there, knowing that he had the kill, was just
Plexius
full of
seems to
confidence.
think he knows where he's at. He's gonna go for some fakes here. Get him to push. He knows where he's at.
what?
Plexius misclicking. I hope he misclicked
Oh,
on the
boy.
cameras. That's unfortunate.
Unfortunately, that's
Literally
almost
unfortunate.
that's a throw. That's a throw in the towel.
Man.
That the
LVC's
timing on
best
that.
hope right now for this half is a 3-3 split. But if you're Marietta College, man, you're up right now, and it's good for you.
Does look like we're gonna see a similar lineup once again. I don't think we're really gonna see that many changes.
No, both teams seem to be sticking the same thing, and you know, if we're gonna see a switch, it's most likely gonna be the Sledge switching to. Okay, we might see the Cali switch for a Flores.
Or a Nomad.
Nomad. Good pick for. Oh, okay, more flank watch.
And we are going to see Plexios on Alibi here, which I'm pretty sure Frenzy is looking to counter quite a bit with that gridlock, especially since they've been almost duped so many times by him while he's flanking. They definitely are on the lookout for that.
Yeah, I agree. They're definitely not wanting to get caught.
Caught with their pants down.
Essentially, yes.
It does look like that Mr. Davis TV is going to leave the holes there and look for that half wall to keep that main door onto balcony open, just in case anyone decides to go there, which is it's a pretty common spot, so I completely understand that one. As I'm speaking, we're already about to see a couple people
We might
look in this
see-
section.
I'm not sure. I think I saw the Zofia might. No. Thought might go for the marble drop.
Marble drop is not a very common drop. Or
Yeah,
at least
usually
it's
it's
less
more
common
of
than I see.
a last second type thing. But if you're Marietta right now, I mean, you got confidence. You're up 3-2, and you're
I'm just
catching
not sure
LVC in bad
3-2
situations.
is a type of confidence. Like, I'm not sure that's quite enough confidence. Like, you've got a little bit of leeway here, but LVC has made it back from being 3 rounds behind. They took the half of the first game by taking 4 or 5 rounds in a row there. So I don't think Marietta has that overconfidence yet.
I agree. And what's interesting right now is LVC the past couple games actually they've run a setup outside here stock with a shield and a double reinforcement on that wall, and they seem to have actually just completely given up on that hold altogether and switched it out for just a more wide range hold. Not sure if they have a guy down elevator, maybe in Trump perhaps, or Banana.
Okay, I'm pretty sure most people know banana, but why don't you explain that Trump call out? Because I don't think
Trump
I
call
don't
is
think
the-
everyone calls
it's
it
just
that.
the little office up front there. Not much explanation on that.
It's funny. It almost looked like he was planting there the way he was spawning.
A little bit slow. See Spoon looking for a possible drone kill again. Saw that in the last map. Not sure if it was Spoon who got the kill, but
Ooh, and Plexios is going to get full flashed here.
twice. Oh, we are going to
Emporium
see a
is gonna
nice
get the
pick.
kill though.
We still got
Ooh,
possibly a flawless round from LVC.
2 nades there.
Using that Oryx dash. Oryx really is the fastest up in the game, but
And the
hopefully he
Senate is
hears
gonna
the
come
man
out
pushing
with
upstairs.
res.
He does possibly.
Oh,
gonna see
Frenzy
Plexius
and
make his
Spoon
way back up.
take out 3 people there. Spoon is a
Plexius.
2v2. Spoon is down on health.
They do know where Plexius is at. Plexius will hit his shots and get the kill.
All
They
that is left
do-
is Spoon, who
Nice.
was pushing Liquefy, who unfortunately for Spoon,
Has plenty of bullets in the Aldo. He could have pre-fired that
He
for
didn't
the
even
next
need
3 years.
plenty of He didn't even need plenty of bullets there.
All it took was one. What a good round. Well, what a good half for LVC and what a good half for Marietta. I mean, it's a 3-3 split. I mean, now it's going to come down to who can execute, whether LVC can execute the attacks better than Marietta or if Marietta can take it on the defense here.
We are going to see Plexios on glass, something that hasn't been played in both games of the series as well. Although I believe LVC did threaten to do it once.
I do believe threats were made, yes.
Threats were
Threats
made,
are
and
now
now
seen
they are
as
being,
promises.
yeah, they're being brought
Well,
through. So we'll see.
We got
if they
30
really do
seconds before we
anything.
know if it's a promise or not. But
I just don't see him switching off. You don't. See
I
him
don't see
switching.
him
He
switching
makes
off
the
either.
decision and then he
That's-
sticks with it.
Yep, that's how Plexius is. I mean,
And we are going to see that Oryx on Spoon as well this half as an Echo and a Castle and a Jaeger. And last but certainly not least, Smoke for that denial. All lovely characters.
very
Fine.
interesting vault hallway setup there, utilizing all of the ADSs behind one reinforcement and actually kind of running the same setup as a Mira, but with a deployable shield. That's a very smart move there.
It's
Now you can
interesting
play the
if
shield for the crouch.
LVC is going to push in and take servers fairly quickly here.
We are going to see the Montang being used to push in there, but we do have Montang's a direct counter with Oryx. Oryx is still on the board, and we already have Liquefy Insight Door. We might see a smoke plant here.
We're definitely going to see that wall broken open, that Montang in, and then we're going to see a lot of peeks from
What a pick
Oh.
from Emporium!
that
That
headshot
shield
was
being
beautiful.
used, but not good enough.
And we're definitely going to see
What a nice another pick. We
Plexios
are
holding
seeing
the
smoke
door.
plant. Plant is down. No reinforcement on that wall. That's a questionable play on Marietta College's behalf, but it is a 1v5. Could LVC get the flawless round here? The
They
last
do
man
have
off
someone
site.
up there.
They know he's there. Will not get the flawless round. Might get. There we go.
Plexios will come out with the kill on Funko. That ends the round for them. This will put them in the lead for the second half of this game, and maybe
that
the
the-
momentum.
That quite possibly might be the momentum there. With Plexius really going in there with the glass, I think,
We are going to see him
as
once
he
again
would
with
say,
the glass.
he's getting a little greasy.
I mean, if you don't, oh my goodness, the amount I hear him say that. Let's get a little greasy,
We
boys.
do
Let's
see-
get a little greasy.
We do see the combination with the Capital and the glass, giving the glass the ability to actually run frag grenades, which is huge. But
It's
I
also
cannot
just
see
a
whether
very
that
good
is what he's
duo
doing.
in the first place, considering his smokes are perfect for Glaz and that plant with Montang. It's just it's a gorgeous team comp.
yes, and the firebolts as well. So when you're on this volt push here, if you're the Capital, you know, if you don't pick that guy off that shield because he stands up and quite simply just has his head removed, you shoot some firebolts back there because they can't get hit by the ADS. And, I mean, obviously we saw good use of the smokes with the glass and the plant. That was amazing. Now, I'm not sure what the Montang is running. He could be running smokes as well to assist with that, or he could be running, he's running smokes to help. He could also run EMPs or hard breach. But we do see secondary hard breach being bought on the
It
Capital.
does
and
look
we
like we're gonna see
a very
4 of
quick
them.
push yet again.
All of
We-
them except for the Senate, who is wondering up above. I'm wondering if he's spawned wrong because he's about to run into Frenzy here.
This could be a diversion, though. He could get this kill here. He does not, might not give away his position. Frenzy with the super shorty out, might go for a swing here. Will he? Yes,
Oh.
he will go for the swing. He will miss his second shot, and he will get beat out by the Senate.
Who
What a
is left
great
at
pick.
only 20 health.
You can't complain there. That's, I don't know. He might be dead here to the Oryx if
I
he
can
does
complain
not know
about
he's
pretty
there.
much
We
anything.
do see the plant going down again. We do see
Plexios
Plexius with the
kill
pick.
through the smoke. Plant almost down.
Senate being picked off by Oryx. We got to see this plant go down now if we want to see LVC possibly win this round. They got 2 more Echo
They've
drones
got to
at
get
best.
rid of this Echo drone. And there's some damage to Plexios. And Mr. Davis
need
goes
that
down.
man picked off. Hatch
Emporium
is
goes down, and it is left to Plexios.
Plexius with
the
a
headshot.
absolutely beautiful pick.
looking for that last kill.
We have no smokes left, but he knows where he's at. He knows he's on the left side of that reinforcement. Now, unfortunately, it is the Echo. I don't know, we might see, he's still playing off of that shield. We might see him go for a plant here. Echo does have all of his drones charged up, most likely, and could knock him off this
Does look
plant.
like this plant's
but
gonna
he
go
will
down,
not.
though.
He misses.
Echo drone just not in time.
Echo drone looking for his location yet again to try and make that Montang step off. Ooh, he will get a nice, beautiful pick. Great round by Plexius on Glaz. I think he is quite simply very greasy.
We failed to mention this, but Liquefy does amazing as a
Yes.
shield here, which sounds mean when you say it as
But
a
it-
shield,
hey,
but
that's
one
your
of
job.
the most important roles played in this push, if not the most important
Yes,
role here.
especially with the OSA off the board. Oftentimes you will see if you don't have that, they will put an OSA shield on the server rack and play back off that shield. But Liquefy most likely giving callouts the entire time, and we can't see that stuff. Maybe he's
It
pinging.
does look like they're gonna go first floor here, try and pick up a little bit of an oddball setup, maybe.
Yep.
Throw LVC off their roll a little bit as they are now 2 up in the second half.
Two guys cannot decide which one would like the reinforcement, and it will look like Nuggo will get the 10 points for this reinforcement.
And this is match point, correct?
No,
No, it's not, isn't it a 6?
no, 7.
I thought it was just
All right, we are going to see LVC bringing in the Ace, and Nomad. Sledge most likely going to go for a second floor push and get control. Am I right?
We are going to
I
see
am
them check
right.
basement out real quick and probably lead in from there up blue stairs. Yep. While the Senate and Mr. Davis TV are upstairs, clearing a
We are
little
going to
bit
see a
of room.
very quick push in up blue stairs. Not even 30 seconds into the round.
They're really looking to come in from both sides on that vertical play there.
Unfortunately, we do see they have a castle barricade down, but that should be no. And we're going to see an early pick on Frenzy by Plexius. What a great entry. And we do have control of bottom square. That's huge. That's
And
another
Castle is
great
gonna get
pick.
taken out by Emporium here.
Picks coming off
It is
awfully
now
quick.
down 3-5.
Only a minute into the round, we do see the pre-play C4 and is blown now. Ooh, what a great pick by
is gonna get a
Funka.
pick on Davis with a beautiful
That
SMG kill.
could be big. That's air jabs off the board.
And a pretty skin, of course.
And it
Plexios
is a
is going to
very
go down to
beautiful skin.
Spoon. Emporium is going to go down to Spoon.
Just
and
as
it's
quickly as it
suddenly-
was set up, it falls apart.
It is a 2v3. And LVC is down to their Sledge and their Ace.
Sledge and Ace.
that-
I was going to make a comment about still having 100 health each, but I am wrong.
They
That's
do seem
Siege
to
timing.
be really stuck in this box here, too. Oh,
They know where he's at. He's called out and
and
gone.
it is down to Liquefy. Escaping just barely here.
He's got a.
He's got to get this
Maybe on
kill
the
on this
call?
guy on Pillar.
No, he does
but
not.
he can't quite clutch it.
Good clutch
And
up
that'll
by
be the end
Spoon.
of LVC's momentum in this second half.
Back and forth it goes.
They do have a slight advantage here. So if Marietta can pull it back, they might be able to go into overtime here. But in the meantime, LVC is going to want to win this round just to pull ahead once again and give them that match point.
I do believe, firmly believe if LVC gets it on the match point with some momentum here, I mean, that could be game. But just as easily, if Marietta ties it up, that could, Siege is a mental game.
If Marietta ties it up, I think it might be game for them.
It very easily could be. We are going to see Nuggo bringing out the Maestro and putting head level holes in the wall and putting a nice camera in.
I think here in this push, we're going to see Plexios and Emporium being key players. Despite that, they are, now Emporium is playing Ash, so a little bit of a rush there, but
I wouldn't be
really-
surprised if we see a bottom end. Oh, we do see Emporium switching. or not important. Plexi is switching off Yana for the Dokkaebi. That's huge, especially with this change to Dokkaebi. If they're gonna go for a push, you know, at any time, if they pick someone off and the other team needs to watch cams, all you gotta do is give a phone call, and all dead people are now affected and cannot see for the duration of the call. No matter, and there's no way around it. Yeah. That's a new change that came with Dokkaebi in earlier this week, I believe, as well as Rook Armor.
Can you explain that once again really quick?
Yeah, so if we're going to see a quick push from LVC, would LVC have an opening pick? In theory, most teams will ask the dead people to watch cameras. Well, now with Dokkaebi, when you call, dead people are affected. You cannot watch cameras until the duration of that call is over.
I see.
So that makes Dokkaebi a very strong pick here. Especially, you know, we got 3 frags, but you also have the potential for EMPs or smokes. Like, Dokkaebi is honestly, I feel like, a very underrated operator, and Dokkaebi in the hands of Plexius, we've seen Plexius with this DMR already today. Insane. See, a good first pick on Defunka with the DMR, as I said. He's got a drone out and knows the location of the next man, which is Frenzy, standing top banana. And wall is just like that, open. A good pick by the Senate onto, and another great pick, that DMR, lethal, like I said. You see a great use of the EMP to disable the camera, and a flawless round for LVC, just like that.
It happened so fast.
Hey, we see Marietta struggling with that fast push, calling a timeout right now. So I mean,
we're gonna take a short break. We'll just
take a short break during the
over
timeout.
the players.
Crucial operator. When Plexius is going in there and he's picking off multiple people at a time and then giving a phone call, you can hack cams, get defender cams. You can stop defenders from seeing everything that's going on to help their team. It's just, but then again, we might see him switch to the glass here because it's a basement push. But I think he's very comfortable on this.
So we are going to see a switch to Monty from Liquefy, a switch
and we're
to
going to see the
from
glass.
Plexios, and
And
Mr.
the
Davis
Capital
TV
as well.
is going to be on Thermite, and we're going to see the same push that we've
Ops
seen
are locked
quite
here.
a few times.
And yet no adaptation from Marietta College. You would think after a lot of server pushes, you'd switch
Well, they
something
do have
up.
that smoke, so that should be generally fairly effective, and they do have a couple people playing in open.
Senate
so
knows his location and will not do anything about it.
it might not be a 1v1 he wants to risk taking right now. Although he does have to make some noise because Liquefy seems to be stuck in open
He
right
might.
here.
I couldn't quite see. He does see him there. He might get picked off if he didn't see him.
I'm not sure that he did.
He did not see him. He is picked off.
And that is going to be a huge effect for the round.
Crucial.
Plexios is going to have to rotate out here and probably take open area himself, along with Mr. Davis TV.
Looks like we're going to see them most likely get third floor control and possibly push their way down and open up hatches. That Oryx up on third floor is a crucial player. Not only does he have bailiff, so he can make any rotating needs, he can jump hatches, he can run through walls. It's You know, not something you want to see left on the board. It's a man who can make a quick escape, but also with the T5 in his hands, lethal. And Spoon, 13 and 8. That's, you know, that's the player you want that on. Not sure where's the Jaeger at. Let's see where he's playing. Jaeger's actually down in sight, which is odd. We got a one-man roam, but I can't say. I mean, when you're down 2 rounds, when you're down 2 rounds.
They've got Frenzy up on. They've got Frenzy up and open as well. So it's not just one man, and they do have a Tachanka here looking to stop that.
We're going to see a little bit of damage go out into Emporium and Liquefy. Might have just been some friendly fire, though.
I think it was Oryx, actually.
They know the Oryx's location. Could Emporium swing and get the kill here? He will not. He will get picked off by Spoon. What a great pick by Spoon. Spoon is having a great round.
Oh, but there's quite a few trades there. Mr. Davis going down. Plexios getting the refrag.
We might see Spoon make his way back down through blue. We see him getting smoked out. Plexios knows his location, and we're getting double swung. What a great shield play. What great plays.
Oh,
no,
unfortunately, he just cannot do anything there.
It's a tough round for LVC. We see when that server push doesn't exactly work out their way, they just kind of crumbled. They didn't know what to do.
Yeah, unfortunately there, Liquefy did a very good job of protecting for Glaz to shoot there for a couple, but unfortunately with that full push of 3 or 4 players on them, I think it was 3.
Yeah,
or was it 4?
It
was too many for them.
The way it looked is it was a missed call out to me, and he turned his back and didn't see the next man coming. Because ideally in that situation, if Glaz did not have the sniper out, he probably should be using the bearing and taking those gunfights. But
yeah, we are gonna see
that's that round. But we still see match point. And if LVC could get dominant top control and make their way down and push on in, that's the game. But if Marietta plays just like they did with that strong 3rd or 2nd floor hold, just as easily we could see this map go to overtime, and that would be the first overtime of the series. And I mean, then it's going to be a battle of the wits. I mean, who can play the game longer?
Absolutely. And we are going to see some pretty common operators. Nothing really new except for Nugo playing Kite on this map, something we haven't really seen a lot so far. And we are going to see Liquefy on Hibana, something we haven't seen from LVC so far very much.
Yeah, that Hibana is definitely going to be used for that 2nd floor push, and we do see the Dokubi back again, which that's going to be a crucial if they're going for this if they're going for a 3rd floor clear or 2nd floor clear. So, I mean, simple phone call, you know where everyone's at. Look at that, an easy pick right off the bat. That is mute off the board. That is
in that manner, he's just going to get out of there right after that too. Not willing to risk putting it in even.
Gunfight.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going to see LVC droning their way in to make sure that 2nd floor is clear. Now, we do see Spoon making his way up into admin. He is spotted out on drone.
Misses the drone.
But he will get out of there using that dash.
Frenzy's over here.
See the first phone call going out. Funka is
is
useless. He is unable to see what is going on. We will see a great pick from Plexios down the hatch into elevator. That's those phone calls. You know, you hear that phone going off, you drop down the elevator, you get your kill. I don't know if he hacked cams yet or not, but he's got a phone right there ready for him. Which it does not look like he has. We're going to get cams from the defenders. Look at that. LVC's got a lot of momentum right now. It's all going to come down to this execute here. You know, you got, what do we got, 3 men on site?
I don't think we have anyone on site yet. I think we have everybody above site.
I meant defense.
Yes.
Yeah. So we do see with the castle watching for that hatch drop, though. This could be huge. If LVC, for some reason, decides they would like to all drop hatch.
It looks like he's about to run in to whoever just walked down those stairs.
He does have that castle barricaded, though, so I believe he'll be safe. That drone is a very, very important drone that's going to give some great intel.
They're going to have to be careful over there in server. because Rez is holding it?
Yes.
Or is it Nuggo?
It's Nuggo.
Nuggo's holding open. Rez
Oh,
is holding server.
yeah. Sorry. Liquify going for the plant, though. Do they know? Frenzy's dropped. That's 2 dropped. It's a
down to
1v5.
Rez
Could LVC
for
finish
the
this out with a
match
flawless
point.
round? It's all down to Rez. 3 and 11. Could
And
he
it looks
ace?
Like he'll walk in through here. He
He
might
see
spot.
the head. He doesn't see the head. Got 1 pick. They know where he's
Good
at.
crouch.
Plexi's down.
A
And just like that,
second
that is
pick.
game. That's the game, guys.
And we'll see good plays from both teams here, but LVC will make it out, and that will make sure that they're not out of the series quite yet for
Correct.
NECC.
And NACE.
And I thought this is NECC.
No, this is N.
It's
this is NACE.
Tuesday. It's Thursday.
It's Thursday. It's NACE.
It's NACE.
Yeah, LVC still has a shot at the playoffs now. I mean, that's crazy. That puts them in. Essentially.
That makes them 3-2.
Their next game, yeah. Their
Yep.
next game, I mean, don't want to toot our own horn, but that should be a freebie. That's, you're playing the team in last place. So,
It was a good game.
Yeah, it was.
Is there anything in particular that you saw that you wanted to point out that either team did really well?
I mean, throughout the series, we saw first map, we struggled a lot with the initial push and picking off individual roamers. Droning is going to be huge. I mean, that's this game. You want to drone and spot out those roamers and take care of everything.
Absolutely. And we did see a little bit of effect on Plexios there on Villa
Yeah, you
with that first bit.
take out some ops. I mean, I think, sometimes he just got screwed by things he wasn't expecting. I mean, Claymores when you're taking
Claymores.
gunfights, man.
He was very careful of them for the rest of the game, though. I don't think we saw him get taken out by anything after that.
Yep.
On the effect of the defensive util or even offensive util, really. Very effective. I believe he went 19-4.
Yeah.
Last round I checked, and then he got another 2 or 3 kills last round, so he actually
I think
ended
he
up
finished
going
with
like
24
21
kills.
or 24. Yeah. So extremely effective. All right, we do have Rocket League currently playing, I believe. So tune in for them. In the meantime, we'll see you later. Thanks
Yep.
you for watching.
See you guys.